I'm the king. Got another one, babe. Sorry, see which one right now. Got you going crazy, wasting your energy. Yeah, you follow my lead, oh, it's too funny. Girl, you ain't me now. Bet you're feeling all worked up about how I'm doing now. Huh? Never got my volume low, like baby, turn it loud. I'ma keep on doing my thing. You feel the pressure. You're always gonna be in my shadow. This is right. Face the music now. I gotta go, gotta go, gotta go. Oh baby, now I ain't going down. Speeding up my tempo. So keep up, know you love the sound. I'm the one that you see. Keep going up, sorry. Try to pretend, but you know I'm different. I'm the one that you see. Step back, don't play with me. I'm the original. Cause we the blueprint. What you gotta say about me? You extending, what does that reach? I'm so fake, but I'm a glow. Talking, that's all you do. Baby, if you want more, come into the encore. Really, it's a pity, wow. Talking, that's all you do. Pick up the pace and let it ride. It's the music now. I gotta go, gotta go, gotta go. Baby, now I ain't going down. Speeding up my tempo. Say what you want, baby. Say what you want now. I'm higher, the more you talk about me, it consumes you. Your envy, so heavy. So keep up, know you love the sound. I'm the one that you see. Keep going up, sorry. Try to pretend, but you know I'm different. I'm the one that you see. Step back, don't play with me. I'm the original. Cause we the blueprint. Sit on your heart, just take a second. Try and hit a star. Yeah. Blue light up the skies. Don't you forget it, baby. Thought I couldn't. Give me a second. Lights shine on my name. I'm taking myself higher. No need to explain. Really should be wiser. Don't try to take it back now. Cause I feel so good. What you want now? Begging for some more? I'm the one that you see. I keep going up, sorry. Try to stand by, you know I'm different.
Oh my god, hey! What's up, guys? Why am I so big? What the fuck? Hi. Howdy. I think I'm a little bit over here. Let's move back. Oh, wait, the music is very loud. Hold on. There we go. That should be better. Hi! Faye, where are you? Let me move you over. Faye, come here. Wah, 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 wah. Oh, that's not gonna work. Can we flip? Words will never match. It's a piece of trash, and that's a fact. Whoa, oh, I'm trying to edit this, and it's not working. I think I can't flip it. Cool. Okay, well, Faye's gonna go away for a little bit. Sorry, y'all. Hopefully my alert box is working. Guess we're gonna find out. If it's not, I'll cry. Let's see. Let's do a host. It's you. All right, it's working. It should be working. It's you. All right. So, hi. Today we're going over the new UA. So it's a lot. It's a lot of freaking content, y'all. It's like 50 pages. I'm really excited to go over it. I have been over it a little bit. I watched some people talk about it. But yeah. So let's do it. Let's fucking do it. So what's new? So new options for weapons appear here for you to try out. More spells are ready for playtesting. Okay. Several epic boon feats and the weapon master feat appear here for your feedback. Okay. Five classes are ready for playtesting: Barbarian, Fighter, Sorcerer, Warlock, and Wizard. Okay. Each of those classes also includes a subclass. The monk will appear in a future UA along with revised versions of other classes. Okay. And the rules glossary has been updated and supersedes the glossary in all previous UA articles. In this document, any underlined term in the body text appears in that glossary. Cool. So our playtest, we have that. We know this is playtest. So power level. The character options you read here might be more or less powerful than options in the 2014 Player's Handbook. Yep. All right, cool. So weapons. We're gonna start off with our weapons. It's you! Anyway, so here, you know what? I love my music, but I think we are going to put on some D&D din-doo-ba-da-bee music here. I think it would just be a little bit easier to like hear what I'm saying. So let's do our medieval music hardcore party mix. Sure, why not? Why not? Okay. Is that a good volume level? Let me know if it's a good volume level. Okay. So for our weapons. Each weapon now has a mastery property, a special property that requires a feature to unlock. The mastery properties are described in this document. Short sword has returned to being a martial weapon, and the net, which doesn't deal damage, is now adventuring gear rather than a weapon. That's interesting. See adventuring gear below for this item's playtest description. Okay. Oh, wait, let's go! The Trident's damage die has changed from 1d6 to 1d8, and its versatile die is now a 1d10 rather than a 1d8. Dude, this is amazing. Let's go. That makes me so happy. The Trident's one of my favorite weapons. I'm so happy about this. This is a great change. So, the Lance has the heavy and two-handed properties rather than the special property, which imposed disadvantage on some of its attack rolls, and its damage die has changed from 1d12 to 1d10. That stinks. That sucks a lot. That's a huge nerf to the Lance, but I don't know. Unless you're doing a specific build, most people aren't running around with Lances. So the Warpick now has the versatile property. Okay. And then the musket and pistol, which previously appeared in the DMG, now appear in the martial weapons range table. That's amazing. As always, the DM oversees what is available for purchase in shops. Cool. So the light property now appears in weapon properties section rather than in the glossary. And the thrown property now allows you to draw a weapon as a part of the ranged attack. Oh, that's great. All right, cool. Sorry, I'm sipping on some schmoffy, some coffee schmoffy. So, for our weapons tables, let's see. So we've got a club, dagger, all right, javelin. Most of these look the same. If anyone sees anything, point them out to me, but I think, yeah, most of these are pretty much the same. Martial weapons ranged, yeah, and then we have our musket and our pistol, which is super awesome. Okay. Hey, Chrono! How are you doing? Welcome to the stream! I'm doing very well. Thank you for asking. So here we have it, guys. So this is our weapon properties. Okay. So these are properties, the definitions have changed for playtests. That's good to know. Good to know. So light. When you take the attack action on your turn and attack with a light weapon, you can make one extra attack as a bonus action later on the same turn. That extra attack must be made with a different light weapon, and you don't add your ability modifier to the extra attack damage unless that modifier is negative. Okay, alright, that makes sense. So for example, if the attack action on your turn if you take the attack action on your turn and have a short sword in one hand, and a dagger in the other, each of which has the light property, you can make one attack with each weapon using your action and as a bonus action, but you don't have to add your strength or dexterity modifier to the damage roll of the bonus action unless that modifier is negative. Did I write these out? No, absolutely not. So what this is so this is D&D UA for the new like version of Dungeons and Dragons that's coming in 2024. Think of it like it's like beta testing a video game. And we're going over like all the patch notes, and then basically Wizards will ask for player feedback, and then they'll like adjust the game based on the feedback from everyone when they put out like the initial like testing material. So I like this a lot. And it just says you don't add your ability modifier, so you can still add other types of extra damage, like maybe rage damage, or you know, any other kind of like boosts you have to damage, which I think is really nice. I like this change a lot. So we have the thrown weapon property. So if a weapon has the thrown property, you can throw the weapon and make a ranged attack, okay? And you can draw the weapon. And you can draw it as part of the action. Okay, that makes sense. So you draw it, throw it. And then if the weapon is a melee weapon, you use the same ability modifier for that attack roll and the damage roll. Wait. If the weapon is a melee weapon, okay, so if it's a melee weapon that has the thrown property, okay, you would use the same melee attack with that weapon. For example, if you throw a hand axe, you use strength, but if you throw a dagger, you can use either your strength or dexterity, since a dagger has. Oh, that makes sense. Since it has the finesse property, then you can. Okay, that makes sense. I think that's okay. It's a fine property. It's a little nice little change. Yeah, it's awesome. So, you know, even though Wizards definitely has their issues, UA is one of the things that I love that they do, because, like, I don't know, it's very nice, because also if they didn't have these things playtested too, there would be so many balance issues in the game, because sometimes the UA that they come up with is, like, insane, right? And it also saves them time, because they're like, all right, well, we wrote it, and you guys tell us if it's okay to actually put in the game, because otherwise then they would have to play test it themselves, and they're like, oh, well, that's more work. But yeah, I like that they do this a lot. And sometimes they'll do this with just like little bits and bobs, like subclasses and stuff, but they've been releasing so much UA because they're making like basically a new D&D in 2024. Yeah, exactly. Don't get me wrong, Wizards are I might have to cut this out of the VOD, but Wizards are definitely still greedy fucks, especially given all the stuff that happened with the OGL recently, which is the open game license. But, you know, this definitely a good thing they do. And, you know, this is more of like the actual Wizards and the team, and not the corporate executives, because corporate executives can be very stinky. Not all of them. Some of them are great people, but some of them cause a lot of problems. Yeah. Okay. So, those are just the weapon property changes. Okay, so now we're on to mastery properties, which is different than weapon properties. So these apply to all weapons, and mastery properties only apply to martial classes. I think they're the only ones that can get these properties on their weapons. So each weapon now has a mastery property as shown in the weapons table. That property is usable only by a character who has a feature such as weapon mastery that unlocks the property for the character. Okay, cool. So, and if a game feature lets you replace a weapon's mastery property with another one, that weapon must meet any prerequisite specified to the new property. That makes sense. So, you know, yeah. Oh my god, sorry. My brain went off. Oof. Okay, so we've got the cleave property first. So you need a melee weapon, and it has to have the heavy property, which is not too many weapons in the game. So if you heat. What is heat? I mean, I know what heat is, but if you hit a creature with a melee attack using this weapon, you can make an attack roll with the weapon against a second creature within 5 feet of the first, so that is also within your reach. On a hit, the second creature takes the weapon's damage, but don't add your ability modifier to that damage unless that modifier is negative. You can make this extra attack only once per turn. Okay, all right, that's fine. It's not great. So we have the flex property. Flex those muscles. I can't really. Maybe I should get a toggle that lets me flex my muscles. You know, going to the gym all the time now. So when you hit with a melee attack using this weapon, you deal versatile damage even if you're wielding with one hand. I think this is a great property. It has to be a versatile weapon, but this is awesome. I love this. So graze. Melee weapon, heavy property. Cool. If your attack roll with this weapon misses a creature, you can deal damage to that creature equal to the ability modifier used to make the attack roll. This damage is the same type dealt by the weapon, and the damage can't be increased in any way other than increasing the ability modifier. Okay, I mean, it's fine. It's a little damage if you miss it. I don't know. It's okay. So now we have Nick, which needs the light property. So when you make an extra attack of the light property, you can make it as part of the attack action instead of as a bonus action. You can still make this extra attack only once per turn. Okay, that's not terrible. So it's like, it frees up your bonus action a little bit, so you can just like attack even without extra attack for light weapons, and then you still have your bonus action, that's not bad. We'll take that. So for push, it's heavy, two-handed, or versatile property weapons. And then if you hit a creature with this weapon, you can push the creature up to 10 feet away from you. And if it's no more than one size larger than you, this is awesome. It's force movement, and it doesn't have a save. This is great. Very strong. This is very strong because it can be heavy, two-handed, or have the versatile property. So you could have push and flex on the same weapon, which is crazy. So you could literally push someone with one hand if you can have like multiple properties on one weapon. That's crazy with no save. I love that. Yeah, I know, right? It is crazy. So I love that. That made me very happy. You could just take your trident, with flex and push on it and go pop pop. Then again, we don't know how many properties you can put like on weapons yet, or really how that works, so we'll have to read more into it, but maybe it's possible. We'll see. So sap. Prerequisite, no other properties, so there's none. If you hit a creature with this weapon, the creature has disadvantage on its next attack roll before the start of your next turn. That's pretty good. That's not terrible. Yeah, it definitely might get nerfed, but I don't know. It's similar to what we have right now with the Warlock and the Eldritch Blast. Because they can push, if one of their invocations is they can push someone 10 feet with no save, and there's no size requirement on it as it stands currently in D&D 5e, so I don't think it's too strong, It's like similar to what the Warlock has, so it's like, it makes sense. It makes sense. It's like something you could do as a martial character, and there is a size requirement on it, so you can't, like, push a dragon 10 feet away from you, So for slow, if you hit a creature with this weapon and deal damage to the creature, you can reduce its speed by 10 feet until the start of your next turn. If you hit the creature more than once with this property, the speed reduction doesn't exceed 10 feet. Okay, this is fine. It's fine, There's nothing crazy about it. It could be useful, maybe fun, do some neat things with it. It's fine, I would just take Sentinel. Sentinel's better. I'm so glad I at least know the basis. Yeah. Slow is awesome? Wait, okay, maybe I'll reread it. Creature with this weapon and deal damage, speed until the start of your next turn. If you hit the creature more than once with this property. Okay, it's like, I think there's a blade cantrip that lets you do this. No, it's Booming Blade is when you move, then when someone else moves, it deals damage. There's a feature, I don't remember what feature, but there's another feature, I think, that does something similar to this currently. Yeah, but I think it's for casters. I don't know. I think it's another Eldritch Blast feaster, actually. I think it's another Eldritch Invocation for Eldritch Blast. I think they were just like, let's take these invocations and make them for martial characters. Okay, so Topple. So prerequisite, it's a heavy weapon, reach, or versatile property. Okay, so another versatile weapons are like going crazy here. So if you hit a creature with this weapon, you can force the creature to make a Constitution saving throw. Okay, it's con save. DC equals 8 plus proficiency bonus plus ability modifier used to make the attack roll. On a failed save, the creature has the prone condition. That's good. Prone's always good. They definitely balanced it by making it a Constitution saving throw because, you know, most monsters have a pretty large and a good Constitution. But the nice thing is you can just do it over and over and over again. There's no once per turn limit. So I like it because it's not going to happen that often because monsters have a high con, but also you can just hit and topple. So I think that's good. I think it's good. It's really good, actually. It's really good. Especially if it has like reach, or I don't know, if you find a heavy weapon that's ranged, perhaps, maybe a heavy ranged weapon like a musket, then you can shoot like a flying creature and then just make them fall. I think this is really good. I like this a lot. Might be a little too strong, maybe like, I don't know. Like if monks can get weapon mastery, this could be crazy. So next we have Vex. I don't know why it's called this. So it has to be ammunition, finesse, or the light property. Yeah, the monks with weapons can go kind of crazy. I hope when they release the monk for One D&D UA, I hope they give it a better damage die than a D4. I hope it's a D6 or a D8, personally. And then it'll scale based off that, because I think that would fix a lot of their problems, because monks, they're not terrible, but they're just like, they're never the best, you know? At least from my personal experience and watching a lot of other tables play, monks can be good, but they're never gonna be the best at something. Like, they'll be good at a little bit of this, good at a little bit of this, good at a little bit of this, but they're never, like, when you want to be, like, the best in your party at a certain skill, it's hard to play a monk. Does that make sense? I hope it makes sense. So if you hit a creature with this weapon and deal damage to the creature, you have advantage on your next attack roll against that creature before the end of your turn. Wow, this is really good. This is stupid. This is dumb. So if you hit, this would be dumb on monks. Like this, okay, this would be dumb. This would be dumb. So if you hit a creature with a weapon and deal damage to the creature, so literally a monk just has to hit once and then advantage, because there's no limit to this. This is busted. Or even fighters, because, like, you know, by what is it, like 20th level, fighters have 4 attacks, action surge, so 8 attacks, right? And then maybe a bonus action attack depending on the weapon. That's potentially, if you have advantage somehow on your first attack, that's probably 9 times you're gonna have advantage. That's not even including, like, how many fucking attacks monks get. That's disgusting. I hate this. I hate this, but I love it because, okay, personally, I'm a dungeon master and a player. I like to make my PCs feel powerful. I like to play powerful PCs. So, yeah. And that's still not attack stacking. Yeah, this is stupid. This is dumb. There should be a limit on this. Like, maybe, like, once or twice per turn. You know what I mean? Or, like, once or twice per round, or like maybe proficiency bonus times per round, because then that's not even at 20th level and you have a 6 proficiency, fighters and monks can still do like way more attacks than that. So like you're still, you know, or like proficiency bonus, I don't know, times per day. That's so much. That's too much. Yeah, this is exactly the reason why they do UA. And then in a couple weeks, they'll like send out surveys and you can fill out the surveys. My problem with this UA though, they've never released a Unearthed Arcana that's this big. It's 50 pages long, which is insane. So I hope that people still actually fill out the surveys and it's not too overwhelming. I might fill out the survey on stream with you guys. I think that could be fun, especially since this thing's so big. But you still need to keep hitting. Yeah, that's true. You do need to keep hitting. You could fail, you know, you could roll. Also, hi Edwin, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. You could fail, you know, if you roll really poorly. But also if you have the Elven Accuracy feature, which is basically, so like, if you have Vex and you have Elven Accuracy, that's disgusting. That's like 3 rolls almost every hit, which almost is gonna guarantee you a hit, unless you're super unlucky, you know? But they might change Elven Accuracy too. But the thing is, they're also trying to make this backwards compatible, so like Elven Accuracy will probably still be available at a lot of tables. I don't know. But that's just me, you know? And this is just kind of like spitballing, playing around, you know? So, I have to think on this. I want to see what they did with the fighter and the barbarian, and then we'll think on it. Okay, so for our adventuring gear, here's our net. So, when you take the attack action on your turn, you can replace one of your attacks with a throw of the net at a creature within 15 feet. The target must succeed on a dexterity saving throw against a DC equals... Ooh, sorry, I hiccuped. DC equals 8 plus your proficiency bonus plus your dexterity modifier. And the target succeeds automatically if it's huge or larger. Okay, that stinks. But it makes sense. Unless you could probably homebrew this to be like, haha, we made like 1,000-foot net. But I don't know how you would throw that. Maybe with like telekinesis. On a failed save, the target has the restrained condition. Wow, that's really good. Until it escapes the net. Okay, to escape, the target must use an action to make a DC 10 strength or athletics check. Escaping on a success. A creature within 5 feet of the net can use its action to attempt to do the same thing, destroying the net. Okay. It has immune to bludgeoning damage, which makes sense, and psychic damage, of course, because it's a thing. Also freeze the target ending. I think this is good. I actually like this. It makes the net more useful. Hold on, gamers. I'm gonna turn the music down just a little bit for me because it's slightly distracting. For me at least, and then I'll turn it just a little bit. There we go. Hope that's better. It's better for me anyway. Maybe the skills of a cowboy. Yeah, I like this. It makes the net usable. It's reusable if it's not broken. You could just fix it with the mending cantrip. It's like it's actually usable. Like this is cool. I like this change a lot. This makes me happy. And anyone can use a net pretty much. So we also have the priest pack change. Okay. So it contains a backpack, blanket, lamp, holy water, rations, rope, and tinderbox. All right, that's fine, I guess. I don't. Who cares? Whatever. Okay, so we are getting into our spells. Let's go. I'm so excited for this. All right, let's see what's changed. So the source of a spell is noted. Finally, the good stuff. Yeah, I wish hopefully, I'm really hoping that this new D&D thing makes martial characters better. I think martials are so cool. I just wish they were more powerful. Some weird builds using nets no longer work as they had things that triggered oh, I didn't know that. I've never done a net build, so, but that makes sense. The nice thing is though, you know, if you talk to your DM and you want to use the old net rules, you could probably, you know, get them to say yes, you know, so, and they might change the net rule. I don't know. I like it. I think it works. I think it's very good because personally, I think unless you're doing a specific build with a net, then they're a lot harder to use. This makes the net more general and easier for people to use. And it's also really good. So, all right. So source of a spell. The source of a spell is noted in parentheses after the spell school of magic. The main sources are arcane, divine, and primal. Some spells are instead from a class such as sorcerer or wizard. You can cast such a spell only if a feature gives you access to it. Okay. All right. So we have our schools. All right. Arcane spell list. So, an arcane spell draws on the ambient magic of the multiverse. Not the multiverse. Sorcerers, warlocks, and wizards are among those who harness the magic. The arcane spells table is a partial list of arcane spells. The top provides the spell's level, name, and school of magic. The list also indicates whether a spell has the ritual tag. If a spell's school of magic is different from when it appears in the player's handbook, an asterisk will appear next to the school. Okay. So let's look at these. Let's look at the arcane spell list. All right. So these are cantrips. So we've got Acid Splash, Blade Ward, Chill Touch, Dancing Lights, Firebolt, Friends, Light, Mage Hand, Mending, Message, Minor Illusion, Poison Spray, Prestidigitation, Ray of Frost, Shocking Grasp, and then ew, True Strike, ew, it sucks, I hope they change it. Alright, Alarm, Armor of Agathis, Arms of Dar, Burning Hands, so these all look pretty much what I would thought they would be. Nothing here looks insane. Oh, okay, so Blindness, Deafness is now Transmutation, which I think is weird. Also, Thunderwave is now Transmutation? That's weird. That's weird. Why is Thunderwave Transmutation? That doesn't make any sense to me. I can see kind of where Blindness, Deafness makes more sense, but Thunderwave doesn't make sense to me personally. Alright, so let's see. These are all kind of expected. Gust of Wind, Hold Person, yeah, Knock, Levitate. Alright, this is gonna be a long-ass spell list, so... Okay, Shatter is also Are they making Thunder damage transmutation? That's weird. I don't know that I like that. That's... Why? It doesn't feel transmutation-y as much, but... Interesting. So these are all, like, things that we thought would be on there. Nothing crazy. Let's see. So we've got... Oh, this has... Sending. Okay. Sending is now Divination. So I believe before... Let me check. I think Sending's Evocation right now, right? Yeah. Sending is Evocation. I don't know. I feel like wait. Transmutation is changing one thing into another, right? Do causing blindness by temporary turning eyeballs into blocks of cheese? Yeah. I don't know. That's why I'm like, that doesn't really make sense to me. I think it makes more sense for it to... I liked it before when it was necrotic. Like, I'm pretty open to change, but, like, that doesn't make much sense. Same with the thunder damage. Like, I'm like, I don't understand how... like, how doing thunder damage is, like, changing one thing to another. Like, that... What? I get it if blindness, deafness, maybe, like... Well, okay. Blindness, deafness... Water breathing is transmutation, right? That makes sense. Maybe that's kind of like what they're going for because it's like you're changing an aspect of someone's physical form. So in that case, I can kind of understand it, even if it's temporary, you know? Hey, Ruby, welcome, welcome. Hope you're doing well. So, this is interesting. Sending, I can understand it being divination, but... Did they change teleportation? Let's find out if they changed teleportation. Okay. Stone Skin's transmutation. That makes sense. Yeah, Stone Skin being transmutation. That makes sense to me. Okay, so let's look for teleport. And any other changes that they made along the way. Okay, contingency is abjuration. I guess that makes sense. Where is... Oh, it's at the bottom, probably here. Oh, it's not in alphabetical order. No, yes it is. Okay, teleportation. Okay, yeah. So I feel like teleportate... Wait, why is telekinesis transmutation? My brain is hurting, but they didn't change that. That was already like it was before, but that only half makes sense. Anyway, teleportation is... Conjuration. Well, that's teleportation circle. What's teleportation? Okay. Teleport is also conjuration. I think sending should be conjuration. That makes the most sense to me. Because you're sending one thing from one place to another place, even if it's only a message. Because when I think of like the moving spells or like traveling spells, I always think of sending. Like it's like sending, teleportation, circle, teleport. So I feel like sending should be conjuration. That makes the most sense to me, not fucking divination. Like I don't know. That's my thoughts. Also, why is telepathy? What? Okay, all right. So telekinesis is transmutation. Telepathy, however, is divination. What? I feel like I understand like being a diviner, you know, and like kind of trying to predict the future. So I guess it makes sense in that sense, but I don't know. I feel like telepathy being divination doesn't fit with me, but that's just my personal opinion. These changes they're minor, but they're kind of weird. They're kind of weird. That is for sure. Okay, and those are the glibness is enchantment. I don't really even know what that spell does, so I'm gonna be honest with you. Okay, I think that's all that changes. Yeah. Duration. Yeah, that's all the spell changes. Alright, so now we're going to spell descriptions. So the following spells are presented in alphabetical order. Epic. New spells. 11 new spells appear here, each one connected to a sorcerer, warlock, or wizard feature. So, Chaos Bolt, this spell has moved over from Xanathar's Guide of Everything, and all sorcerers get it as a bonus spell, okay. Eldritch Blast, this cantrip now scales only with your warlock level, okay. All warlocks get it. Hex, this spell can deal its extra damage only once per turn, and all warlocks get it as a bonus spell. Interesting. There will be some new spells listed in the next section. They are spells granted by classes and UA. Okay. Alright, then let's skip over this section for now. Alright. Let's wow, this is a long ass section. Hold on, let me do this. So we have another tab that I can go neum to. Alright, cool. Okay, so we have feats here. Feats. So, parts of a feat, description, blah, blah, blah. You must prerequisites, alright. There are prerequisites, great. The benefit you gain... the benefit of the feat is detailed. If you have a feat, you gain this benefit. Repeatable. Okay. Oh, are these all epic boons? That would suck. Let's see. A DM can use a bonus feats as a form of advancement after... Okay. No, so they're just describing epic boons here. Playtest characters can also select feats from previous installments of the 2022 Unearthed Arcana series. If a feat appears in this article and is also in one of those early articles, please use the version of the feat in this article. Alright, cool. So we do have new epic boons. They are boons except for the last one that gives you weapon mastery. Okay. Alright, well let's kind of go over these a little bit quickly because, to be honest, 20th level is awesome and so cool, but most people never actually get to play there unless they're doing a one-shot, so. So you need expert or mage group, alright. Increase your dex or wisdom or intelligence, or charisma, okay, by 1. Okay, so it's basically a free 30-foot teleport every turn. That's cool. That's cool. I like that a lot, actually. That's really nice. You need expert or mage. Ability score increase. Awesome. You gain resistance to 2. Oh, it's 2 of the following damage types. That's really cool. and you can change those damage types. All right, that's really cool. So when you take damage of a type, which you have resistance, you can use your reaction to direct the damage of that same type towards another creature that you can see within 60 feet of yourself that isn't behind total cover. If you do so, that creature must succeed a dex save throw, 8 plus proficiency plus ability mod, of the score it has to be of the score increased by this feat. That kind of sucks. Or take damage equal to 2d12. Damn, 2d12. That's plus your con mod. That's cool. Well, actually, you're at 20th level. That's actually kind of lame. It's fine. It's fine. Not bad. Irresistible offense. What a name. So, expert or warrior group. All right. Ability score increase. Oh, I didn't even notice this. Okay, so these are to a maximum of 30 now. So, since we're at 20th level and beyond, you can go past 30. That makes sense. So, overcome defenses. So, you ignore resistances. That's really cool. Overwhelming strike. When you roll a 20 on an attack roll, you can deal extra damage to the target equal to your ability score increase. This damage type, extra damage's type is the same as your attack type. You can use this benefit only once per turn. That's what, who cares? That's lame. That's lame. The first part's cool, the second part's lame. Alright, so epic boon of recovery. So we have another increase. Cool. When you would be reduced to 0 hit points, you can drop to 1 hit point. Okay, that's like relentless endurance. That's lame. When you take damage while you have 0 hit points, you can make a death saving throw instead of suffering a death saving. That's cool. That's cool. So instead of like a failed death save immediately, or like 2 failed death saves, if it's a melee weapon, you can just make a throw and like possibly succeed instead. I like that actually. We've got speed here, so ability score. These all have ability score increases, I think. So then escape artist. As a bonus action, you can take the disengage action, which also ends the grappled and restrained conditions on you. That's cool. And then your speed increases by 30 feet. Okay, that's okay. That's nice. 30 feet's a lot. Of the night spirit. That sounds cool. So ASI, merge with shadows. While entirely within dim light or darkness, you can give yourself the invisible condition as a magic action. The condition ends on you immediately after you take an action, a bonus action, or reaction. All right. While entirely in dim light or darkness, you have resistance to all damage except force, psychic, and radiant. That's cool. I like this one a lot. This one feels pretty powerful. Oh wait, did I miss that? I'm sorry, I probably missed that. I know, I'm going through these fast. Instead... Oh wait, actually this is really cool. This is busted. This feat's broken. I take it back. This is busted. It's half your HP. That's crazy. I mean, if you have a cleric in your party, that's fine. But like if you're a class that can barely heal, this is really cool. Or can't heal at all, this is awesome. This is great. I take it back. I take it back. That's so cool. Alright. This one I also really like. Epic Boon of the Night Spirit. I think it's really powerful. Especially if you do a lot of dungeon crawls. Okay, so now we have the Weapon Master feat. So you gain the following benefits. We get our ASI of Strength or Dex. And then your training with weapons allows you to use the mastery property of one kind of simple or martial weapon of your choice, provided you are proficient with it. Whenever you finish a long rest, you can change the kind of weapon you choose to another eligible kind. That's cool. It's a nice, simple feat. I don't know. I feel like I wouldn't make a prerequisite of 4th level. That's kind of lame, personally. Like, why do you need that? It's just a like, a lot of the weapon masteries, they're not super powerful. You know, they're cool. Some of them are definitely way more powerful than others. But I don't think they're game-breaking. So, I don't know. I don't really like the prereq here, but that's just me. Okay, gamers. We now have, after already 40 minutes, I guess I didn't start to stream for like, it's been 40 minutes, yeah. We have our first class. Oh my god. I need some more coffee. Oh, there we go. And water, actually, because talk. Woo. Okay. So, the Barbarian. I'm so excited. I hope it's good. Class group, Warrior, primary ability, Strength. So I guess, are they just doing one primary ability instead of 2? Barbarians are warriors defined by their connection to the primal forces of the multiverse, which manifests as a rage. Far more than a mere emotion and not limited to anger or fury, a barbarian's rage is an incarnation of a predator's ferocity, a storm of unrelenting assault, and the churning turmoil of the sea. Some barbarians personify their rage as a fierce spirit or revered forebear. Others see it as a connection to the pain and anguish of the world, as an impersonal tangle of wild magic, or as an expression of their own deepest self. For every barbarian, their rage is a power that fuels not just battle prowess, but also uncanny reflexes and heightened senses. Some barbarians are uncomfortable when hedged in by walls and crowds, preferring to live in the regions of unspoiled natural vitality. Others cherish the primal forces at work in farmlands. This is cool. That's a nice little blurb. Oh, there's more. And recognize the vitality of cities. Barbarians, all sorts, embrace their own place in the multiverse, valuing keen instincts and raw physicality. Even without the power of their rage, barbarians are skilled in combat and use of weapons. When they do call their rage, it gives them superhuman strength and resilience. It also heightens their senses, making the rage useful beyond combat. Barbarians often serve as protectors and leaders in their communities. They charge headlong into danger, so those who are under their protection don't have to. Their courage in the face of danger makes barbarians perfectly suited for adventuring. Alright, so here are our design notes. Here are the main updates. Okay, rage can now be extended with a bonus action each round. Taking damage doesn't extend it. I like the bonus action extension. I don't know that I like the damage thing. That's kind of lame. All right. So here's our level chart. So at first level we have rage, unarmored defense, and okay, we get weapon mastery right off the bat. And we get 2 weapon masteries. Okay. All right. Wait, dude, rage damage still scales like shit. Can they just give us better rage damage, please? You're only doing, what is it? You don't get a +3 to damage until 9th level. That's baloney. That's a bunch of baloney. It should be like +3 at 5th level, and then like +4 or 5 by the time you're at 9th level. Like, come on, most campaigns are ending by the time you're at like 11th or 12th level. That's so stinky. Okay, so at 2nd level you get primal knowledge, okay, and reckless attack. Primal knowledge was a feature in Tasha's. I don't know if they changed it. Barbarian subclass at 3rd. 4th a feat, all right. 5th extra attack, fast movement. That's the same subclass feature at 6th level. Was that the same as before? Let's pull up barbarians here so we can compare. Alright, so it's 6th level. Okay, you do get a subclass feature at 6th level. Alright, so 7th is Feral Instinct. Feral Instinct has the same feat. Indomitable subclass. Brutal Critical. Feat. Persistent Rage. Subclass feature. Relentless Rage. Okay. I think a lot of this actually looks the same. They moved their 20th feature to 18th level. The numbers you're suggesting would be making as the extra damage. I think that's fine. I think it's fine. I think that's a way better. Like, to actually be able to keep up with casters, damage-wise, barbarians need more damage. Even if they have, like, a +2 or 3 magic weapon, that might help them a little bit. But, like, blaster casters do so much. Like, so much. It's insane. Like, it's really hard to keep up with as a martial character unless you really know the game rules and, like, know how to build properly for it. Which a lot of people that are just playing the game to have fun, they don't really do that, you know? So, yeah, that's just my personal take, but that's weird. Sorry, the desktop audio is being weird. I think proficiency bonus for rage damage is fine. Honestly, it makes sense too. Yeah, I don't know. That's just my opinion. I think martial characters need more damage. Especially if they don't even get as many like support features, you know? So just give them a shit ton of damage. That's what they're there to do in the first place. But casters can do everything better for the most part. with the exceptions of some like really great builds, but you know. Okay. Oh, there's more. I didn't even see this. Okay. I don't know why that they put the table here and then like didn't finish the design notes. That's okay, whatever. I didn't know. I thought it was a period, not a comma. Okay. But forcing someone to make a saving throw does keep your rage up. This focus is now on what you do, not what's done to you. Also, the playtest rage can last for 10 minutes rather than 1 minute. That's nice. I do like that. Rage is now stopped by the incapacitated condition. Okay, that makes sense. Weapon mastery. All right, that's cool. Primal knowledge. So it's non-combat functionality. So maybe they did change this. Danger sense has merged with feral instinct, and the limitations on its use have been removed. Okay. Indomitable, brutal critical. So they switched Indomitable from 18th to 9th. That's literally like half. That's crazy. And from 9th to 11th, brutal critical. All right. So let's just start looking at it. Oy. Oh my gosh. I'm trying not to kill my throat. Okay, here we go. Creating a barbarian. To create a barbarian, consult the following lists, which provide hit points, proficiencies, and armor training. If you're making a first level character, also consult starting equipment section. Okay, and then multi-classing. Then look at the barbarian table to see the class features you get at each level in this class. The descriptions of those features appear in the barbarian class feature section. Makes sense? Alright, so let's see. Hit points, 1d12, that didn't change. 12 plus your con modifier, that's awesome. Hit points, 1d12 or 7 plus constitution, makes sense. Strength and con, so those stayed the same. Skills, we have animal handling, athletics, intimidation, nature perception. Those look the same pretty much. Tools, none. Light armor, medium armor, shields, great. So you get Explorer's Pack, or is 4 hand axes? What? Okay, so yeah, Explorer's Pack, I understand. Which gives you a shield, 10 gold points, and 4 hand axes, okay, that makes sense. So, multi-classing and the barbarian. If your group uses the multi-classing rules in the player's handbook, here's what you need to know. As a multi-class character, you must have at least a 13 in the barbarian's primary ability strength. That makes sense. Or to take a level in another class if you are already a bear. I was gonna say a barbarian. So, proficiencies gained. If barbarian isn't your initial class, you gain proficiency with martial weapons when you take your first barbarian level. Okay, makes sense. When you gain your first barbarian level, you gain armor training with shields. Cool, so you get shields and martial weapons. That's neat. So now we have our class features. Let's get into it. This is what we want. Alright. First level. Rage. You can imbue yourself with a primal power that is called your rage. A force that grants you extraordinary might and resilience. You can enter it as a bonus action provided you aren't wearing heavy armor. While active, your rage has the following effects. Damage resistance, so it's the same: bludgeoning, piercing, slashing. Rage damage, okay, unarmed strike. Or weapon, using strength. You have a bonus to damage, that's great, even though the damage is poopy. Advantage on strength checks and saves, pretty sure that's the same. And the spells, you cannot concentrate or maintain concentration, or cast spells at all. Okay. So rage lasts until the end of your next turn, and it ends early if you don heavy armor or have the incapacitated condition. If your rage is still active on your turn, you can extend the rage for another round by doing one or more of the following. Okay. Make an attack roll against the enemy. Force an enemy to make a saving throw. Take a bonus action to extend your rage. It's fine. I wish To me, getting hit makes sense that it extends your rage because you're angry and someone's irritating you. Even though, yes, they were like, it doesn't have to be like anger, like actually, like, it can be all these things. But yeah, okay, sure. But you're still calling it rage and someone's getting in your face and fucking hitting you. Like, to me, that makes sense. Like, that's just my opinion. Just my opinion. Um, so each time the rage is extended, it lasts until the end of your next turn. You can maintain a rage for up to 10 minutes. You can enter your rage a number of times equal shown for your barbarian level in the rages column of the barbarian table, and you regain all expended uses whenever you finish a long rest. Excuse me for yawning. Unarmored defense. Okay, so AC is 10 plus dex plus con. That's the same. You can still use a shield. So now we have our weapon mastery. So your training with weapons allows you to use the mastery property of 2 kinds of simple or martial weapons for your choice. Whoa. Wow, sorry. Okay. So okay, the weapons of each. Wow, my brain just like died. You to use the mastery property of 2 kinds of simple or martial melee weapons of your choice, such as great axes or hand axes. Whenever you finish a long rest, okay, so you can practice weapon drills and change the kinds of melee weapons you choose. All right, so that's like just weapon mastery. And then when you reach a certain level, you gain the ability to use mastery properties of more kinds of weapons, shown as in the barbarian table. Okay. Just reading the word rest is making you tired. Oh man, no, I'm exhausted. I was so tired. I was so tired even before streaming today, but I'm like, I haven't streamed all week. I just want to stream. Yeah. So I'm really happy to be here. I'm sorry if I'm a little tired. Also, my throat, it's dead. I don't know why. It has just decided to be dead. So we get our second level. We get primal knowledge. So we get proficiency. Oh, thank you for the hydrate. I just hydrated. I'll hydrate again. Hey, okay, cool. I know I'm usually like a pretty high energy streamer, so whenever we have like more chill streams of like, oh god, am I not being too much of a goofy goober? Oh no, spaghetti-o, rat-row, shaky. But cool. As long as, yeah. Well, I want you guys to have fun too, but I'm having a blast right now. I'm very excited. So, alright. Primal knowledge. So we get proficiency with another skill of the barbarian skill set, not school set. We're not in school. I mean, I'm in school, but that's a different. Anyway. Anyway. So, in addition, while your rage is active, you can channel primal power when you attempt certain tasks, okay? So whenever you make an ability check using one of the following, you can make it as a strength check, okay? Even if it normally uses different ability. Oh, I already do this for like my barbarian players at my table, like when they want to rage, or even when they're not raging and they're like, I want to make an intimidation check. And intimidation is like charisma, and I'm like, dude, yes, of course you can use your strength for that. You're literally like a massive like you're a 7-foot just pure muscle standing over like a 3-foot little halfling. Like that makes sense. Okay, so it's for primal knowledge out of combat. Okay. All right. So the abilities we have are acrobatics, makes sense. Intimidation, makes sense. Perception, little less sense. Stealth, also slightly less sense. Or survival, that sort of makes sense. And when you use the ability, your strength represents primal power coursing around you. Are you like flexing your eyeballs? How hard? Dude, okay. So like a lot of these make sense, but perception, like let me just chat, let me get real close to the camera and just like flex my eyeballs at you because I'm so mad. I can see better now. Actually, I took my glasses off. I can see worse, but oh, can you feel it? Can you feel the flex of my eyeballs? I can feel the energy. So I like acrobatics, I like intimidation, I like survival. perception and stealth, I'm a little iffy. So you're so mad that you're quiet. Oh, I'm so mad. I'm gonna rip your head off. But that just means I'm quiet and sad. I don't know. Perception and stealth don't make sense to me. The rest makes sense. I think there might be better skills that you could potentially do. Like, I don't know. Not those two. I understand why they chose perception, but I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me. It's like, that's just my opinion. But the other ones I really like, and I really like this ability. Overall, I think it's good. It gives the Bartillion. Wow. It gives the barbarian more out of combat use, which is something it needs, and I really like. So that makes sense, you know? Okay. So let's see. So then we have our reckless attack. So you can throw aside all concern for defense to attack with fierce desperation. When you make your first attack roll on your turn, you can decide to attack recklessly. Doing so gives you advantage on attack rolls using strength during this turn, but attack rolls against you. Alright, so this is the same. Alright, cool. That's good. It's fine, you know, but why would you reckless attack when you can just put Vex on a weapon that you're using? Interesting. It's like, I don't know. Okay. So now we have our subclass. All right, so we get our subclass. Pretty cool. It's the same for barbarians. It's always been at level 3, at least in 5e. So we'll look at the subclass after we look at our general features. So at 4th level, we get a feat or ASI, which is pretty standard. 5th level, extra attack, and then that's the same. Fast movement, also the same, which is good. 6th level, sub feature. And then 7th level, we get Feral Instinct. So your instincts are so honed that you have advantage on initiative rolls and dexterity saving throws. Cool. Is that the same? Let's see if it's the same. Okay. You have advantage on initiative rolls. If you are surprised at the beginning of combat, you aren't incapacitated and can act normally on your first turn. Only if you enter your rage before doing anything else on that turn. Interesting. Okay. So they did change this. You have advantage on initiative rolls and dexterity saving throws. I like this. I actually like this. I think it's good. Okay. So 8th level, we get a feat. Standard. And then at 9th level, we get Indomitable Might. So if your total for a strength check is less than your strength score, you can use that score in place of the total. What? Okay. Interesting. So let's see what it was, because it was very different. Okay, so at 18th level, oh, it's the same, but they just put it at 9th level. Okay. Interesting. So like at 9th level, say if your score's an 18 and you roll less than that, it's just always an 18. That's actually really good. I like that. I think it's useful. I don't think it's too overpowered at all, especially with like rogues getting shit like reliable talent really soon, or like the eloquence bard or whatever doing crazy stuff, you know. So hey Maya, how are you doing? Welcome to the stream. Oh my god, I didn't even think about that. You can compare Indomitable Might with Primal Knowledge. Okay. All right, I actually really like this feature now, and I like that they moved it down a lot more, because with Primal Knowledge, you're so right, that makes way more sense, and it's really useful. That makes no sense on perception and stealth checks, though, but that's just me. Hey, I'm glad you're okay. I'm good. Okay. So that's good. That's good. I have to think about that. Like, I think there are other skills. I don't know. Like, okay. I know they wanted, like, skills that you usually use, like, right after or before a combat, which would be perception and stealth. So, like, in that sense, it makes sense. But, you know, it's not the best. Wait, when did I get I don't know. I don't know. Probably just from watching. Oh god, not no, please, not the Nico knees. Uh-oh. Alright, so at 10th level we get a subclass feature. And then, oh no. 11th level, that's up to you. They're your points. 11th level is brutal critical. Alright, so I think this changed. I heard it changed. When you score a crit with a weapon or unarmed strike using strength, the target takes extra damage equal to your barbarian level, okay? And that damage is the same type dealt by the weapon or unarmed strike. So brutal critical. At 13th level, you can roll 2 additional weapon that... Okay, so just... Basically, it's making it, like, less dice and more consistent. So it's like, every time you crit, it's 11 damage versus, like, if you crit and it's a brutal critical, it could either be, like, say if you're using, I don't know, a great axe, right? I think that's 1d12. It's either 1d12 or 2d6, I can't remember, but whatever. So say, then you would roll 2 more d12, but you could roll 2 1s, right? Instead of, or you could roll 2 12s. But now it's just 11 damage, and then it's, as you level up, you get more. So like at 12, it's 12 damage, 13 damage, you know? So like, that's pretty okay. That's like, I think it's nice because it gives you more consistent damage, but also it's fine. I just wish, you know, it's only when you crit, so it's whatever. Well, 11 damage is... Well, 11 damage at... Yeah, at level 11. So, 12th level feat. That's normal. And then we get persistent rage at 13th level. Alright, so it lasts with 10 minutes without you needing to do anything to extend it for a round. Okay, so that is fine. That's kind of dumb because it already lasts for 10 minutes now. I think it should last for an hour. That doesn't really make any sense to me. But, yeah. Okay. I actually have to, let's see. Okay. So, okay. I have to run. We will continue this stream later. Hopefully either later or tomorrow sometime, or we'll see. I'll let you guys know. But yeah, I'm probably gonna, yeah. The new video, my new build about evil class, or sorry, wow. My new character build about evil character builds should be out by late tonight or tomorrow morning. So, yeah. And we'll continue the stream later. Thank you guys for watching. I very much appreciate it. Have a great and amazing day. And, you know, try the Discord if you're not in it. If I can spell, I didn't spell that at all correctly. That's cool. There we go. Yeah, have an amazing, wonderful day. And, okay, bye. Alright, what's up guys? We're live again. Hi, I don't know how long we're gonna be live for. Yeah, we're gonna find out, so... Alright. Oh, I gotta... Okay. This literally could be like a 2-minute stream. I'm not even kidding you guys. Like, I don't know how much time we have. So let's get into it. Oh my goodness. Okay. All right. So I think we were at yeah, we left off at persistent rage, if I believe, because we were talking about how, like, it's, I don't know, it's it's kind of mid because your rage already lasts for 10 minutes. And like, okay, sure, you don't have to use your bonus action to keep it up or whatever, or like anything else, but I don't know. It's just meh. It's meh. I think it could have been better, since they already made rage 10 minutes. So, um, ah,
18 months of roomies.
oh my God, hi Dio, 18 months. Holy shit! Thank you so much. Hi, how are you? Welcome, welcome. I don't know how long you're gonna be live for. It could be like 30 more seconds. I don't know. Okay. Roomies, let's go. You're a much better roomie than the one I have now, so. um. Okay. So, at 14th level, we gain a subclass feature. And then 15th level, we get Relentless Rage. So, your rage can keep you fighting despite your grievous wounds. If you drop to 0 while your rage is active and don't die outright, you can make a DC 10 con save. If you succeed, your hit points instead change to a number equal to twice your barb level. And each time you do this, DC increases by 5. Okay, that's not bad. It's a cool feature. I like that instead of like just 1, now it's at least twice your barbarian level. So I think it's good. Did I ask how you were, Dio? I don't remember if I did. Anyway, how are you? I'm sorry. My brain's not working. Oh my goodness. So then we get 16th level, we get another feat. Cool. And then 17th level, we get Rage Reassurance. So whenever you roll initiative, you regain 1 expended use of your rage. I think that's good. And then we get Primal Champion at 18th level. So you embody primal power. Your strength and con increased by 2. So it used to be 4. I get it with the epic boons, they're trying to lessen it. I still think it should be 4. It's not a huge deal. Like, your con might not even be 20 at this point. You know what I mean? Or your strength might not be 20. I think it should be 4. That's just my hot take. So, for our 19th level, we get... I think I'm peeking. Am I peeking when I laugh? I don't know, guys. Wacky, wacky, tacky, lemon maracky. So we get another feat, or ASI, which is good. And then you get an epic boon at level 20, which is like normal now. So, okay. So choose strength or constitution. That score's increased by 2 to a max of 30. You gain an epic boon of irresistible offense or another epic boon feat of your choice. Okay, it's fine. Like, it's okay, you know, it's just boons. Boons. So, now we're gonna get into our barbarian subclass. So exciting! So exciting. So we have the Berserker here, and the Berserker is a controversial subclass normally because of the exhaustion that you get from your extra attack when you rage, which obviously isn't great. You don't want exhaustion, so... How loud is the music for you guys? Okay, I don't think it's bad. If the music is too much, let me know. So for some barbarians, rage is a means to an end, that end being violence. Wow, that's so crazy. The violent class. What? Anyway. The path of the Berserker is a path of untrembled fury. As you enter the Berserker's rage, you thrill in chaos of battle. Okay. So we have our updates here. Okay, alright, we froze there. That's so fun. So, we've got Frenzy. No longer causes you to gain a level of exhaustion. That's great. In addition, you deal extra damage each round that you use your reckless attack instead of giving you a bonus action attack, which conflicts with Rage's use of bonus action. Okay. That's okay, I guess. Mindless Rage ends the Charmed or Frightened condition on you rather than merely suspending them. That's alright. It's a little better. Retaliation has moved from 14th to 10th level, and then Intimidating Presence has moved from 10th level to 14th level, and it has been improved. It can affect a group of creatures rather than only one. Okay, so let's look at Frenzy here. So you can go into a Frenzy in battle. If you use Reckless Attack while your rage is active, you deal extra damage to the first target you hit on your turn with a Strength-based attack. To determine the extra damage, roll a number of d6s equal to your rage damage bonus and add them together. Okay. The damage has the same type as the weapon or unarmed strike used for the attack. It's fine. I mean, it's nice, you know. It's extra damage. 2d. What is it? It's a number of d6s, so it's gonna be 2 for until like 9th level, and then you get like 3. I don't know. It's kind of mid. It's not that much damage. Like it's good at like low levels, you know, but once you're at like 8th level and you only have 2 extra d6s, it's kind of eh. It's eh. So 6th level is our mindless rage, so you have immunity to charmed and frightened. That is good. It is good. And if you're charmed or frightened, when you enter rage, it ends on you, which is nice. So, like, you know, someone charms or frightens you, and you're like, whoa, something doesn't feel right. You can just be like, angry time, and then it's all Gucci lemon smoochy. So, 10th level, we have a retaliation. So when you take damage from a creature that is within 5 feet, you can use your reaction to make 1 melee attack against the creature. Okay, wait. When you take damage, okay, so basically if someone hits you, you can attack them even if they're not moving away from you. That's fine. It's okay. Like, it's not crazy. Like, none of these features are crazy. They're all, like, so far they've been good. They are good features, but they are not that much different from Barbarian as it is right now, and they're not super powerful. Like, to me, this isn't screaming like it's gonna play on equal grounds with the spellcaster. It's still screaming it's way weaker than the spellcaster, unfortunately. So at 14th level, we're gonna get Intimidating Presence now. As an action, that sucks. I wish it was a bonus action or part of the attack action. You can strike terror into others with your menacing presence as you swell with primal power. When you do so, each creature of your choice, that's nice, within 30 feet or 60 feet, if rage is active, must make a wisdom save, DC's 8 plus proficiency plus strength, provided the creature isn't behind total cover. That makes sense. On a failed save, a creature has the frightened condition for 1 minute, and at the end of each of the frightened creature's turns, the creature can repeat its saving throw. Okay, that's fine. It's honestly not great. You can't use it again until you long rest. If you've run out of uses, though, you can expend a rage, choosing not to activate the rage and activating intimidate. That sucks. This is not great, guys. Like, they made Barbarians stronger, which is good, but it's still not even close to being on par with spellcasters, which is the problem. You can make something. It's like, all right, let's you know, edit some wording, make the features look nicer, make things look prettier, have this subclass not, you know, have the really bad downfall it used to have of exhaustion, but then it's just also, like, it's not good still compared to a spellcaster. Like, if you took this, right, you're gonna, I don't know, it's, sure, Barbarians are a great tank, and this still seems like a really front-loaded class to me. Like, if I were gonna play Barbarian, I'd probably only ever play like 5 levels of Barbarian and then change to Fighter or like a different martial class, because you get everything you want like from those first 5 levels, especially now. Like, I feel like it's still such a front-loaded class, and like the abilities that you get after are like kind of meh, you know? Like, there's no like cool signature abilities that you really get after 5th level. That's my opinion though. So our next class here is the Fighter. I don't know. I'm really scared. I hope it's not like the Barbarian. I hope they made... The Fighter is a really great class. It's probably the best martial class in terms of just like versatility and damage output at the moment. Like, if we're talking like mostly pure martial. So I hope it's pretty good, but I don't know that I can guarantee that. All right. So warrior class group. Primary ability is strength or dex. Fighters rule many battlefields, questioning knights, royal champions, elite soldiers, and hardened mercenaries. Ooh, sorry, I had to crack my back. Yikes. I don't know if y'all heard that. I was like, I don't know, I just felt this pressure. Anyway. With unparalleled prowess, weapons, and armor, and they are all acquainted with death, I think there's a typing, I think it should be 2 E's, both meeting it out and staring it defiantly in the face. Fighters learn the basics of all combat styles. Every fighter can swing an axe, fence with a rapier, wield a longsword or greatsword, and use a bow. Fighters master various weapon techniques, allowing them to get the best use from a wide variety of weapons, and a well-equipped fighter always has the right tool at hand for any combat situation. Likewise, a fighter is adept with shields and every form of armor beyond that basic degree of familiarity. Each fighter specializes in certain styles of combat. Some concentrate on archery, someone fighting with 2 weapons, and someone augmenting their martial skills with magic. This combination of broad general ability and extensive specialization makes fighters superior combatants everywhere. The dungeon delving, monster slaying, and other dangerous work common among adventurers is second nature of a fighter. There are great risks, but also great rewards: gold, magic, weaponry, and gold. Okay. Alright, I like that description better than the barbarian one, I think. It was better. So here we've got our design notes. So persuasion has been added to the class list of skills. Okay. I like that. Second wind can now be used more than once. That's awesome. But no short rest? That's weird. Weapon mastery. Alright, so we get weapon mastery too. So let's look at our list here. So we've got fighting style, second wind, and weapon mastery, and we get 3 weapon masteries right off the bat. So second level we get our action surge. I heard this changed. Fighter subclass level 3, feat at level 4, extra attack, and a feat. Wait, whoa, what? Hold on. We get an extra attack and a feat at level 5. They move the feat from 6 to 5. That's way better. That's actually way better. Especially if you're multi-classing, so you can just do the 5 levels of fighter, and then you already get a feat. That's so good. What the hell? So 6th level, you get a subclass feature, which is probably why they moved it. 7th level is weapon expert. That's new. 8th level is a feat. 9th level is indomitable. And 10th level is a subclass feature. Okay. 11, 2 extra attacks. Okay. 12th feat. 13th weapon adept. Subclass feature. Feat again. Improved action surge. Okay. And then another feat. Unconquerable. 3 extra attacks. Feat. Epic boon. Okay, so how many... I kind of want to see how many feats the fighter is getting compared to a normal class. So let's go to barbarian here. Alright, so the barbarian is getting... Oh my god, let me zoom in. So that's 1 feat, 2 feat, 3 feat, 4 feat, 5 feet. So barbarian is going to get 5 feats compared to our fighter, who's going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I think they took out, I think fighters used to actually get more feats. So they're only getting 2 more feats now than they would before. But we also have weapon mastery now, so maybe it'll balance out. All right. Oh, excuse me. So, okay, axe. Wow, axe. I keep saying axe, and then I'm like, what does that even mean? So, action surge is now limited to certain fighter-themed actions. Interesting. Weapon expert. Okay, it just says it's a new feature. So, indomitable now gives you a bonus to the reroll equal to your fighter level. That sounds good. Weapon adept. New feature. Improved action surge, moved from 17th to 15th level. Okay, that's actually nice. Unconquerable, new 17th feature. Incorporates extra use functionality, formerly part of Indomitable. Okay. And then 3 extra attacks, and then epic boons. Alright. So, creating a fighter. To create a fighter, consult the following lists, which provide hit points, proficiencies, and armor training if you're making a first level character. Also consult the starting equipment section, and if you're using the multi-class rule, see the multi-classing and the fighter sidebar. Then, look at the fighter table to see the class features you get at each level in this class. The descriptions of those features appear in the fighter class section. Cool. Hit points. Okay, it's still 1d10. So 10 plus your con mod. 1d10. Okay, cool. Proficiencies, strength and con. Skills, acrobatics, animal handling, athletics, history, insight, intimidation, persuasion, perception, survival. Makes sense. Weapons, simple, martial. All right. Tools, none. Armor, light, medium, heavy, and shields. Makes sense. All good things so far. So for starting equipment, so we get these following equipment or 175 gold pieces. So chainmail, crossbow, dungeoneer's pack, a great sword or a long sword, and a shield. Light crossbow, and then a quiver. Okay. So multi-classing. If your group uses the multi-classing rules, blah, 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 multi-classing rules. As a multi-class character, you need a score of 13 in one of the fighter's primary abilities, strength or dex, to take a level in this class, or to take a level in another class if you are already a fighter. Proficiencies gained. If the fighter isn't your initial class, you gain proficiency with martial weapons when you take your first fighter level. And when you gain your first fighter level, you gain armor training, so you get light armor, medium armor, and shields. Okay, no heavy armor, makes sense. So, class features. As a fighter, you gain the following class features when you reach specified levels in this class, right? So, first level, we've got our fighting style. So, the fighting style defense feat, or you gain another fighting style feat of your choice. I guess they're calling them feats now. Why not just fight? Okay, that's cringe. Okay. Just call it a fighting style and then like give us the options. You don't have to be like, here you have to add like a feat to your character sheet and it's this fighting style specific feat, whatever. So first level, second wind. You have a limited well of stamina that you can draw to recover from harm. As a bonus action, you can regain hit points equal to 1d10 plus your fighter level. Okay. You can use this feature twice. And regain all uses when you finish a long rest. When you reach certain fighter levels, you gain more uses of this feature. Okay. I don't know that I like that it's a long rest. I think even if you use it twice, it should still be a short rest. So, first level weapon mastery. Your training with weapons allows you to use the mastery property of 3 kinds, simple or martial weapons of your choice. Whenever you finish a long rest, you can practice weapon drills. Okay, so you can still change the properties, which makes sense. So we have our action surge here, which has changed. You can push yourself beyond your normal limits for a moment. On your turn, you can take one additional action chosen from the following actions: attack, dash, disengage, or dodge. So once you use this feature, you must finish a short or long rest before you can use it again. All right. They did nerf casters, which is nice. But like if you're an Eldritch Knight fighter, or a fighter that does have spell casting, that is a nerf to you too in a way. So they nerfed action surge. It's not just like any action. It has to be specific actions, which is okay. Like it makes sense. I understand why they did it, but also cringe. I don't know. Like I understand it and I'm happy with it, but it's also sad. Like as a power gamer, I'm like, "Oh, that's sad." You can't be a sorcerer and twin spell 2 spells in one turn so you're basically casting 4 spells in one turn. Damn, can't do that anymore. So at third level, we get our subclass. Okay, so it's the champion subclass that they're using. So that we'll go over that after we go over the base fighter. So fourth level we get a feat, pretty standard. And then fifth level we get extra attack. Awesome, hasn't changed. And then another feat also at 5th level, which is crazy. Because now at 6th level we get a subclass feature. So, and then 7th level we get weapon expert, so you have honed your use of weapons to an art. Whenever you finish a long rest, you can choose one of the kinds of mastery weapons you're using and replace its mastery property with another mastery property. Oh shit! Okay, so you can change out mastery wait. Okay. No, we already knew you could change out mastery properties. Wait, what? You're using and replace its mastery property with another mastery property. The chosen kind of weapon must qualify for the new property. For example, you could replace the longsword's flex property with the push property. Okay. This property change applies only for you, not for others, and the change ends for you when you finish your next long rest. Okay, I understand. So if a weapon doesn't already have a property, then you can like put a property on it. Is that what it means? Am I reading this wrong? You can choose one of the kinds of mastery weapons you're using and replace its mastery property with another mastery property. Am I reading this right? Am I just... I don't understand. So is it... So can... You're not adding another mastery property onto it, but you're like changing it out. So if like one weapon has this one, but it doesn't have this one, you can have this one instead of that one. Okay, I think that makes sense. So 8th level, you get a feat or ASI. 9th level, Indomitable. If you fail a saving throw, you can re-roll it with a bonus equal to your fighter level. Okay, so it's the same as Barbarian, I think, Indomitable, because didn't Barbarian get Indomitable too now? And you can only use it once per long rest. Did Barbarian get Indomitable? Oh, Indomitable might. Okay, it's like similar, but it's different, because I think that was for like checks, right? Hey Ruby. Yeah, we got the chance to stream again because I want to keep going over this. I don't think we're going to finish it, but let's get it. Let's get as much done as we can. Oh, it's so long. It's okay though. It's okay. Hey, thank you. Thank you. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're you know, pog championing. I can't word right now. Okay. And then at 10th level, we get a subclass feature. 11th is just 2 extra texts, which is, you know, what it was before. 12th level feat, yep, all the same. So 13th level, we get weapon adept. So you are a master of weapons when you use your weapon expert feature on a kind of weapon. You can give that kind of weapon 2 properties. Okay, I see. We will be pog champion. Yeah, let's go. Let's go. Okay, so this is how you can add 2. So, dude, this kind of sucks. It's not until you're a 13th level fighter. Like, if they're really trying to bump up martial classes, which I feel like they're not, at least so far from my impression of this, then... Oof. This should have been way earlier, I think. You can give that... Yeah, so you can give it 2 properties. So now you could give, like, a weapon like Vex and Push or whatever. Or Flex and Push. So... And whenever you make an attack roll with that kind of weapon, you decide... So you can only use 1 property at a time. And you have to make it before the attack hits or misses. That makes sense. So you could apply push and toggle property. Oh, push and topple, not toggle. No, oh my gosh. Okay. All right, here we go. Oh my gosh. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Holy shit. All right, we'll do the nya nya and then the ada ada. Okay. Nya nya. Nya nya nya. Nya nya. All right. Oh my god. Oh my god, if someone comes in. Okay. Oh no. Ada ada. Ada ada. There we go. I hate it here. No, not the bullying, not the causing problems with purpose. Oh my goodness. Okay. So Wow, I totally forgot my train of thought. Oh my god, I just had to Nico, Ada, Enya all in one. um. Okay, yeah. So I think we're done with weapon adept. I like this feature. I think it should have come earlier. I think fighter's almost already like literally aside from weapon mastery and a couple of like small updates, fighter's basically the same, which sucks. It should be stronger. Okay, if you have a 5th level wizard and a 5th level fighter, at that time, wizards have counterspell, fireball, things like Galder's Tower, sending. I don't know. You can even get Revivify on a wizard now, depending on the background you have. Like, fuck off, dude. You have no chance. You have no chance as a fighter. Like, the only thing you have going for you are that wizards are potentially squishy, but then you can play something like a Blade Singer or just have shield. Like, dude, no way. Come on. So you get a subclass feature at 14th level, okay? And then 15th, improved action surge. So you can action surge twice before a rest, which that's nice. And then at 16th level, you get another feat, okay? And at 17th level, we have Unconquerable now. When you're in a great peril, you can tap into a deep well of resilience within yourself. If you fail a saving throw and your Indomitable feature is expended, you can use it again by expending that's your 17th level feature. Okay, so it also heals you. Okay, alright. So, if you fail a saving throw, and you have already used Indomitable, so you can use it again by just using Second Wind, but it also heals you. So you get Second Wind and Indomitable paired in one. Alright, that's not... It's fine. Like, it's not a huge, like, deal or anything. It's okay. It's okay. So, now we get our 3 extra attacks at 18th level instead of 20 now, which is cool. Feat at 19th level, and then an epic boon. It's so... Like, this doesn't make me... I don't want to buy a new book for this. Like, so far for the Fighter and Barbarian, they're so similar that I'm like, why the hell would I need to buy a new book when I already have the Fighter and Barbarian? And there's so many options. Like, I can just use the weapon mastery options in here, or I can use the weapon mastery options that have been homebrewed by other people, because there's so many, like, homebrew things like that already. So cringe. So cringe. Alright. So, let's look at the subclass. Maybe the subclass will redeem itself. Maybe it'll be good, alright? We've got the vanilla of the vanillaist, the champion fighter. So, oh, excuse me. Oh, I'm not yawning. Oh, definitely not. Oh, I would never. Oh, no. Ugh. I just hydrated. That's crazy when you hydrate on your own as a streamer and someone doesn't tell you to do it. Damn, bro. Damn. Alright. So for a champion. Whoa, that's so loud. Sorry, that's like really loud. Oh my god. Okay, let me turn it down for me. I did not expect it to be that loud, I'm sorry. Alright, there we go. I think it should be good now. Whew. Alright. A champion focuses on the development of martial prowess. Honed to deadly perfection, champions combine rigorous training with physical excellence to deal devastating blows, withstand power, and garner glory. Okay, so design notes. We've got Adaptable Victor is a new 3rd level feature. Okay, so we've got non-combat utility, which is always great for marshals, because they don't have much. Remarkable Athlete. One of the lower rated fighter features has been replaced with Adaptable Victor and Heroic Warrior. Okay. Additional fighting style has moved from 10th to 6th level. Thank goodness. Heroic Warrior, new 6th level feature. Okay. Survivor has been enhanced. It now also benefits your death saving throws. Okay. Alright. Alright, let's go through this. Let's see. Let's see what you're doing. Come on. Give me the shit. Give me the good shit. So our 3rd level features. You've studied your friends and foes alike, and learned that victory relies on adaptability. Whenever you finish a long rest, you can gain proficiency in one skill from those available to this class at 1st level. As you remind yourself of past lessons, this proficiency lasts until your next long rest. That's kind of dookie. It's whatever. Like, okay, sure, the extra proficiency, it's fine. Improved critical. Your attacks. Okay, so this is the same. Your attacks. Your attack rolls with weapons and unarmed strikes can score a crit on a 19 or 20. All right. So we get additional fighting style at 6th level. It's cool. 6th level, we also get heroic warrior now. So the thrill of battle drives you toward victory. Once per combat, you can give yourself heroic advantage if you start your turn without it. Heroic advantage. Why don't you just say advantage? They're like, no, it has to be heroic. Only heroic. So this is really good for the Vex weapon mastery property, because if you're using a Vex weapon, you can just give yourself advantage, and then like after that you just are probably gonna have advantage for all of your attacks unless you get really unlucky and miss, which is nice. So that's not a terrible feature, especially with the weapon properties, but is it enough so far? No. Your attack rolls with weapons and unarmed strikes can now score a critical hit on a roll of 18 to 20. Okay. So that's not terrible. It's all right. This is a lot of critting here. So 19th level is Survivor, and you attain the pinnacle of resilience in battle, giving you these benefits. Okay. So you have advantage on death saves. That's really nice. Moreover, when you roll an 18 to 20 on a death save, you gain the benefit of rolling a 20. So that's really good. So that just gives you 1 hit point and you go back up to 1 immediately on an 18 to 20. So that actually makes you way more survivable. Like, you have a lot more survivability, which I like that. That's good. So for Heroic Rally, at the start of each of your turns, you regain hit points equal to 5 plus your con mod. If you have no more than half your hit points left, you don't gain this benefit if you have 0 hit points. So that's good. So wait, at the start of each of your turns, you regain hit 5 plus your con mod. If you have no more. Okay, so if you're less than half, you just get automatic healing, which is kind of crazy. That's actually a good feature. I like this feature a lot. This feature's really good. I like this. Wait, but that's it? Okay, that's it? Dude, this sucks. Alright, okay. I was gonna be like, wait, where's the rest of the features? But then we just get into the sorcerer. Dude, come on. Alright, not my favorite. It's good. I don't think it's where it needs to be. I really don't. Compared to, like, casters are just still way more powerful. Yeah. Yeah. Alright. So that's our fighter. We went through the fighter actually fairly quickly because there's not that much to go through. Like, a lot of it was just unchanged for the most part. They made some tweaks and then give the fighter weapon mastery and changed, like I said, just tweaks. That's it. That's it. It's literally just a 5e fighter. This is so... Why? No. No. Stop. Illegal. No. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay. Alright. So, we have the sorcerer now. Let's see if they changed anything about the sorcerer. The sorcerer did need some updates. They definitely did. So, sorcerers wield innate magic that is stamped into their being. Some sorcerers can't name the origin of their power, while others trace it to strange events in their personal or family history. The touch of a dragon, the blessing of a dryad at a baby's birth, or the strike of lightning from a clear sky might spark a sorcerer's gift. So, too might the gift of a deity, exposure to the strange magic of another plane of existence, or a glimpse into the inner workings of reality. Whether the origin, the result, is an inedible mark of the mortal sorcerer, a churning magic that can even be passed down through generations. Sorcerers don't learn magic. The raw, roiling chaos of magic is part of them. The essential art of a sorcerer is learning how to harness and channel that innate magic, allowing the sorcerer to discover new, staggering ways to unleash their power. As sorcerers master their innate power, they grow more attuned to its origin, developing distinct powers that reflect the source of the magic. Sorcerers are rare. Some family lines produce exactly one sorcerer in every generation, but most of the time, the talents of sorcery appear as a fluke. People who might have this magical power soon discover that the power doesn't like to stay quiet. A sorcerer's magic wants to be wielded, and it tends to spill out in unpredictable ways if it isn't. Okay, I like that. That was a good little blurb. So our main updates. First level feature, innate sorcery, okay. And then we'll look at that in a sec. So we've got spell casting. Let's go! Gives more spells to the sorcerer over the life of the character, now capping at 22 rather than 15. This is a huge deal. This was the biggest problem with the sorcerer, which is why the Aberrant Mind, the Clockwork Soul, the Lunar Sorcerer were also good. They gave you more spells! We have more spells now! Let's go! That's amazing. Okay, so Font of Magic now is a sorcerer level prerequisite for creating each spell slot. Interesting. Meta Magic has moved from 3rd to 2nd level. Okay. Sorceress Vitality is a new 5th level feature. Okay. So Arcane Eruption, another new feature. Sorcerer, another new feature. We have 3 new features with the Sorcerer. And then we get Sorcerer's Restoration has moved from 20th to 15th level. Okay, and it also restores more sorcery points when you roll initiative. That's awesome. And then we get Arcane Apotheosis, and that's a new feature. And then we get an Epic Boon. All right. Let's get into the Sorcerer. The Sorcerer is one of my all-time favorite classes. I love Sorcerer so much. Like as much as I'm like, I wish I could be a sorcerer in real life, but like I'm not that special. I'm kind of a basic bitch, so I'm stuck being a, bard, artificer, wizard. Okay. Actually, guys, I think there's a lot of new features with the Sorcerer, so I think we're gonna save the Sorcerer, as excited as I am about it, and go over the Sorcerer another time. So, yeah. Okay. All right. Thank you for coming to the double stream today, but boy. I will see you guys I don't know. Sometime. Hopefully soon, so we can finish this, because we're almost halfway done, which is awesome. So, yeah. All right, so thank you guys for coming. I hope you have a wonderful, amazing day. And, yeah, make sure to join the Discord if you haven't. I appreciate you being here. Okay? Bye. Oh, no, that is not right. There we go. Hello. Hi. Welcome. Let's turn this down a little bit. Welcome to stream, gamers. What's going on? I know we haven't gotten to finish the UA, so that's what we're gonna try and do today. Hopefully we can finish it. I'm not sure, but we're gonna do our best. We're gonna give it our all. So, we left off at sorcerer. You know? Okay. So, we read this large description for sorcerer. All right. And I believe we started reading the design notes. I think that's where we left off. So, here are the main updates. All right. Okay. So, innate sorcery is a first level feature. We have 2 sorcerer only spells. Okay. And then spell casting. Oh, right. So we did go over spell casting because we have 22 spells. Okay, we did actually go over this. All right. Cool. I remember. So now let's look at our table. I know we didn't look at the table before. So let's do that. So at first level, okay, so we still get our 4 cantrips, which is honestly really nice. So we get no sorcery points, 4 cantrips, 2 prepared spells. So I don't know how the sorcerers, I don't know how they changed it. I don't know if sorcerers are like how they prepare their spells now. We'll have to see. Alright, so it looks like spell progression here, it's still the same, which is good. And we get our 5 cantrips, and then 6 cantrips. Alright, so... Okay, our subclass does come in at 3rd level now, which is interesting. Not my favorite change, but it's fine. Feet at 4th, Sorceress Vitality. Alright, so let's just get into the meat and potatoes, alright? The meat and potatoes. So no armor training. Okay, we start with just this equipment. Okay, so it's Arcane Focus, Dagger, Dungeoner's Pack. We get a spear now. Interesting. And 28 GP or 50 GP. Okay, the 28's a lot compared to the other classes. That's interesting. All right. Multi-classing. If your group... Okay, Player's Handbook multi-classing rules. So you need a 13 in Charisma. All right. And spell slots. So add all your sorcerer levels to the appropriate levels from the other classes to determine your available spell slots for casting as detailed in the multi-class rules. So it's all the same, it looks like, which is great. That's awesome. So, creating a sorcerer. Dio! Hi, Dio! I'm doing pretty good. How are you doing? What's crack-a-lackin'? I actually have caffeine today, surprisingly. Wait, really? You're preparing to DM for the first time? Oh my god! That's so cool! Oh my god, okay, wait. I want to hear all about it, okay? Please let me know. That's so exciting. I want to hear, like, everything. That's so awesome. Ah, we love that. Just really hard trying to find the right campaign. Yeah, that's understandable. Are you doing a module? Or are you, words left my brain cells. They stopped working. They want a non-magic horror type. Ooh, okay. I think... Did you look at, maybe Call of Cthulhu? Like, it's not D&D, but it's, you know, a TTRPG. I've heard that's pretty good. Whoa, we're frozen! Oh, okay, we're back now. Okay. I don't know if my words went through, but if they did, cool. If they didn't, I'll say them again, so... Alright. Alright. Creating a sorcerer. A sorcerer. What if that's how people said it? What if it wasn't like an S and where the C is? What if it was just like sorcerer? To create a sorcerer, consult the following list, which provide HP, proficiencies, armor training. Alright, okay, cool. Let's see. So hit points, 1d6, still the same. And it's 6 plus your con. Alright. So hit points, 1d6 or 4 plus your con. Great. And then it's the same, I think. Yeah. So proficiencies, con and charisma, the same. Arcana, deception, insight, intimidation, persuasion, religion. Did they change this? I feel like they changed this. Let's see. Okay, here's the table. Arcana, deception, insight, intimidation. Did they get rid of deception or am I losing it? Oh, deception, insight, intimidation. Okay, they didn't change anything. Maybe I'm just crazy. I'm trying to think of other like horror, like non-magic horror, like TTRPGs I know off the top of my head. Or like just worlds in general. I know. Oh, the dungeon. Okay, the dungeon dudes have a book. And it's called, what is it? I know their world is called Drakkenheim. It does have magic in it, but it's very like kind of grunge, like horror-esque. That one's really cool. And that is D&D based. Okay. So weapons, you just get simple weapons now. It's not like what was it before? I think it was like daggers, darts, slings or whatever. Okay, let's see. Ooh, you were thinking of all flesh must be eaten? D&D convert. I don't know what that is, but that sounds cool as heck. All flesh must be eaten. Is that like a zombie one? That sounds so cool. Okay, as a sorcerer, you gain the following class features when you reach the specified levels in this class. These features are listed on the sorcerer table. Okay. So, first level, innate sorcery. An event in your past left an inedible mark on you, infusing you with simmering magic that is sometimes challenging to control. You always have the Sorceress Burst and Chaos Burst spells prepared. So those are new. Let's look at those spells. It's a zombie set in modern post-apocalyptic or that's really cool. That's awesome. All right. So what is it again? It's Sorceress Burst and Chaos Bolt. Okay. Okay, here we have Chaos Bolt. So this was just a regular spell that like I think it was still only sorcerers, but you could get it other ways. So it's verbal somatic, 120-foot range, action casting time. You hurl in undulating. Wow, okay. Mass of chaotic energy at one creature, make a ranged spell attack against the target on a hit. The target takes 2d8 plus 1d6 damage. Choose one of the d8s. The number rolled on that die determines the attack's damage type as shown below. Okay. Acid, cold, fire, force. Okay, is that the whole... Oh, lightning, poison, psychic, thunder. Cool. If you roll the same number on both d8s, the chaotic energy leaps from one target to a different creature of your choice within 30 feet of it. Make a new attack roll against the new target and make a new damage roll, which could cause the chaotic energy to leap again. A creature can be targeted only once by each casting of this spell. Okay. At higher levels, when you cast the spell using a slot, it's an extra 1d6. Okay. It's fine. It's not bad. It's the same as Chaos Bolt was, except we get it automatically, which is nice. So overall, it's good because we get it automatically, and it doesn't apply to our spells known, I think. Okay. Yeah. All right. So then we also get, what is it? A Sorceress Burst, which I think is a new spell. So let's find that. It's called Sorceress Burst. Where the hell is it? Sorceress Burst? Oh, here it is. Oh my god. Okay. Sorcerer's Burst Evocation Cantrip. Alright, so it's 120 feet, just like a Chaos Bolt. You cast Sorcerer's Energy at one creature or object within range. Make a ranged spell attack roll against the target. Okay, on a hit, it's 1d6 damage, and if you roll a 6 on a d6 for the spell, you can roll another d6 and add it to the damage. Whenever you cast a spell, the maximum number of d6s you can add to the spell's damage equals your spellcasting modifier. You can... Wait, what? Whenever you cast this spell, the maximum number of d6s you can add to the spell's damage, okay, equals your spellcasting modifier. Okay. You can choose the damage type each time you cast this spell. Acid, cold, fire, lightning, poison, psychic, or thunder. Okay. And it increases by 1d6 when you reach certain... Okay, so that's interesting. So they've changed some of this. So now it's just like... It's not... when you just level up, it has to be levels in sorcerer, which kind of, that's way more dookie, but okay. Like, I've gotten a lot of things from this that they're trying to like limit multi-classing in a weird way, which I don't know that I like. Personally, that's just how I'm feeling about it. I'm more like, okay, why? So it's, I think this is honestly overall though, it's a really good cantrip. Because like you can keep adding damage even if it's literally just a cantrip, you know? So it's and it gets better when you level up because, you know, when you're able to roll like 2d6 or 3d6, then you have a higher chance of rolling a 6 on one of those dice so you can add more damage. So overall it's pretty good. So next we have spellcasting. So these I believe... Okay. Drawing from innate magic, you can cast spells. Okay, so cantrips. You know 4 cantrips of your choice from the arcane spell list. Rather than choosing, you may start with light, message, prestidigitation, and shocking grasp. Okay, so they just give you a suggestion, but you can choose whatever you want, which is good. I was like, if they just give you these 4 cantrips, that would be not okay. Whenever you gain a sorcerer level, you can replace one of the cantrips. Okay, when you reach 4th and 10th level, you get another arcane cantrip of your choice. All right, very cool. For spell slots, the sorcerer table shows how many spell slots you have to cast your spells of 1st level and higher. To cast one of these spells, you must expend a spell slot. All right, this is the same. So now we have prepared casting. So let's see how sorcerers work now. You prepare the list of spells of 1st level and higher that are available to you to cast with this feature. To start, choose 2 1st level spells from the arcane spell list. Rather than choosing, you may start with Burning Hands and Detect Magic. The number of spells on your list also increases as you gain sorcerer levels in the prepared spells column of the sorcerer table. Whenever that number increases, choose additional spells from the arcane spell list until the number of spells on your list matches the number on the table. The chosen spells must be for a level for which you have spell slots. Okay, that makes sense. For example, if you're a 3rd level sorcerer, your list of prepared spells can include 6 arcane spells of 1st or 2nd level in any combination. Okay, so I know before in the previous UAs with the spellcasters, they were being like, you have to pick, like, you can only have like 2 1st level spells prepared at a time and like 1 2nd level spell prepared at a time. So I don't know if that's what makes sorcerers special or if they're just changing that in general, but we'll find out as we go to the warlock and wizard. So if another sorcerer feature such as innate sorcery gives spells that you always have prepared, those spells don't count against the number of spells on the list you prepared with this spellcasting feature, but those spells otherwise follow the rules in this feature. Okay. So whenever you gain a sorcerer level, you can replace 1 spell on your list with another arcane spell for which you have spell slots. Wait, what? So can you only change out 1 spell every level? Is that what this is telling me? That's how I'm reading it? Oh, that's awful. Fuck that. At least you could change out more than 1 spell previously. Okay, that's stinky. Dookie, don't like it. Charisma, alright. Hey, hi Ruby, how are you doing? Welcome, welcome. That is a bro moment. So spellcasting focus, you can use arcane focus as a spellcasting focus. Okay, cool. Oh, Did I miss? Okay, yeah, second level font of magic. So you tap into a deep wellspring of magic within yourself. This wellspring is represented by sorcery points, which allow you to create variety of magical effects. So when you start off, you get 2 sorcery points now, and you get sorcery points at second level, which is great. You can never have more sorcery points than shown on the table for your level. You regain all spent sorcery points when you finish a long rest. Okay. You can use your points to gain additional spell slots or sacrifice spell slots to gain additional points. As described below, you learn other ways to use sorcery points and some of the other sorcery features, such as metamagic. Okay, so this is just converting a spell slot to sorcery points, and it's a bonus action. I believe it's the same. And then creating, as a bonus action, you can transform unexpected sorcery points into 1 spell slot. The creating spell slots table shows the cost creating a spell slot of a given level. And it lists the minimum sorcery points you must be to create that level. Okay, so first level, minimum sorcerer level. Oh, so it's 2 points for first level, 3 points for a second level, 5 points for 7 sorcery points for a 5th level spell. What the fuck? That's, jeez Louise. Package. Oh no, that's stinkies. I hope it's not lost. I hope they're able to find it. The UA is going pretty good. The sorcerer, okay, there's like a lot of things that I really like about the sorcerer changes so far, but then there's also a lot of things that I'm like, no, why do this to me? I will hydrate. Thank you, I've hydrated. And I'm just like, I don't know. I've got a lot of mixed feelings because like I'm really happy with a lot of the changes, but then like on the other hand, I'm like, but at least there's definitely more changes than there were in the Barbarian and the Fighter, which is good, and I really like that, and I think the Barbarian and Fighter need more changes, so it's like, So metamagic. Because magic flows from within you, you can alter your spells to suit your needs. Alright, so initially, right off the bat, we gain 3 metamagic options, which is amazing, because we used to only gain 2 initially. So you can use only 1 wow, words. You can use only 1 metamagic option on a spell when you cast it unless otherwise noted. Whenever you finish a long rest, you can replace one of your metamagic options with one you don't know. Okay, that's cool. I like that. So at 3rd level we get our subclass now, which is strange because it used to be not that way. It's 1st level currently in 5e. I don't know how I feel about the 3rd level subclasses. Personally, I'm like, So, okay. We get Draconic. That's the one we're going to go over after the main class. So at 4th level, we get a feat, standard. And then at 5th level, we get Sorceress Vitality, which is a spell. So let's see here. Sorceress Burst. Okay, so it should be Scribe spell. What is Sorceress Vitality modify spell? They have just like put this in alphabetical order? That would have been way better. Is it in alphabetical order? Am I just missing it? Wait, A, B, O, C, E. Maybe I just missed it. Memorize spell, modify spell, scribe. What? Is it packed weapon? No. Okay. Scribe spell, sorcerer's burst. Oh, guys, it was right in front of me. It was literally on the page that we started on. Oh my gosh. Okay. So it's a 3rd level abjuration spell, which is weird because the other 2 have been evocation. So you draw on your innate magic to fill your vitality. You regain a number of hit points equal to 2d6 plus your spellcasting ability modifier. And if you have any of the following conditions, they end on you blinded, deafened, poisoned. When you cast this spell using a spell slot of 4th or higher, the healing increases by 1d. Is this an action to cast? This is so not worth it. Guys, this is a 3rd level spell, and at 5th level, you only get 1 3rd level spell slot, and this is only healing you for fucking 2d6 plus, I don't know, at this point, probably 4 or 5, which is so dookie. For a 3rd level spell, you could be casting Fly, or Counterspell, or Lightning Bolt, or way better things than this. This is not good. I don't like this. This needs to change. So 6th level, we get a subclass feature, so that is the same. 7th level is Arcane Eruption, so you can now unleash magical energy that roils inside you. You always have the Arcane Eruption spell prepared, so let's check out that. So that should be here. Book Arcane Eruption. So it's a 4th level spell, 120-foot range, verbal and somatic. So churning magical energy explodes in a 20-foot radius where, sorry, I hiccuped, where centered on a point you choose within range. When you cast the spell, you select the type of damage dealt by the explosion: acid, cold, fire, lightning, poison, psychic, or thunder. Each creature in the sphere must make a con save or take 66 damage, okay, of the chosen type. On a successful save, the creature takes half as much. Choose one of the d6s. The number rolled on that die determines a condition that applied to each creature on a failed save. Okay. So 1 is incapacitated, 2 is blinded, 3 is frightened, 4 is poisoned, 5 is charmed, 6 is deafened. And at higher levels, when you cast this spell, it increases for 1d6. Okay. So I like this spell. It's not as good as Fireball, which is 8d6. However, this one is really cool because you can choose the damage type already and you don't need a sorcery point to change the damage type. And it's also... Ooh, sorry. It's also really good because you get a damage type, like, an additional effect, and it's only 2d6 less damage than Fireball, because Fireball's, like I said, it's 8d6, this is 66, so you could have basically almost a psychic Fireball, and then everyone that failed their save would be charmed, which is super cool. So it's acid is incapacitated, right? Okay. Cold is blinded, fire's frightened, and then lightning's poison. Why wouldn't poison be poisoned? Okay, acid incapacitated, cold blinded, fire frightened. Okay, lightning poisoned. 5. Poison is charmed. Psychic is deafened. And then what the hell is... I'm confused. So there's more damage types than there are effects. So I'm confused. Oh! Okay, no, I understand it now. So choose one of the d6s that you rolled. So you roll your d6s, right? And the number rolled on that dice determines a condition that's applied to each creature on a failed save. Okay, so you actually get to choose the additional effect after you have already rolled, that's so good. And then you can also, so it looks like you can choose your damage type separately. Yeah, you select a damage type when you cast the spell, and then in the sphere, okay. So it is a Constitution saving throw, and that part sucks, but I still think it's really good because, like, if you roll a 1 on any of those damage die, then you can be like, aha, everyone, if you failed your save, you're now incapacitated, and that's insane. That's actually fucking insane. Okay, this is really cool. I like this spell. And I think everything is balanced because it's slightly less damage than Fireball and it's a Constitution saving throw. Okay, this is awesome. This is great. I love this one. A++ for me here. Okay. So we get a feat at 8th level, which is standard. And then 9th level, we get Sorcery Incarnate. So that's another spell. So it looks like for the features, they're just giving us spells, which like makes sense because, like, currently when you level up, and say like you hit 5th level, you just get your 3rd level spells. So they're just giving us an extra prepared spell, which is cool. Oh, that's not what I wanted. So wait, what is it again? Sorcery Incarnate? Yeah, it's Sorcery Incarnate. Let's see. Hex. Okay, modify spell. Pact Familiar. Sorceress Burst. Sorceress Vitality. Sorcery Incarnate. So this is a 5th level spell. It's a transmutation spell. So it's a bonus action to cast. It's verbal somatic, and it's concentration. The magic within you blooms, transforming you into a glimmering being of magical energy for the duration. You regain 1d4 sorcery points. That's nice. Until the spell ends, you also gain the following benefits. You can use up to 2 of your meta magic options on each spell you cast, provided you pay the sorcery point cost. That's cool. And you have advantage on the attack rolls of every spell you cast. That's nice. Okay, we like to see that. Is that it? Is that that's the whole spell? Oh. It's good. It's fine. You get it for free, and it's not a bad spell, but it's a 5th level spell slot and concentration, so it's fine. You get it for free. It's not bad. I would probably use this like when you're a higher level and you have more spell slots to burn versus like right when you get it, you know? So, yeah, it's not terrible. Alright. So 10th level, you get a subclass feature. 12th level is a feat. Makes sense. 13th level, additional meta magic. Whoa, 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 YouTube. What the shit? Sorry, that was so loud. That was so loud. My bad, y'all. I was like, what is happening? Okay. It was the music. I guess I was like already a certain portion of through this like mix or whatever. So it just like, that's where it started, was on screaming. I was like, what? Okay. So, alright, so at 13th level we get 3 more meta magics, which actually that's really good, the fact that we get 3 more. So at this point you have 6 meta magic options, which is super nice. So at 14th level you get another subclass feature. Alright, and then 15th level, Sorcerer's Restoration. You regain 4 expended sorcery points whenever you roll initiative or finish a short rest. Cool, they moved that feature like so you get it sooner. I like it. 16th level is a feat, okay. And then 18th level is Arcane Apotheosis. So I think that's here. Arcane Eruption. Arcane. Is it a spell? Oh no, it's not a spell. I'm going crazy, y'all. So you are now so suffused with magic that you can alter reality itself. You always have the Wish spell prepared, and if you undergo the spell's casting stress, you have no chance of losing the ability to cast the spell. In addition, when you cast Wish to replicate a spell of 1st through 8th level without expending a 9th level spell slot, you instead expend a slot of the replicated spell's level. Once you use Wish in this way, you can't do so until you finish a long rest. So I love this feature. I think it's really great. It makes sense for the sorcerer, and it also gives the sorcerer basically access to like any spell they want once a day. So like if a sorcerer wants to learn Clone, they can learn Clone. They can use Clone. It's really cool. I love this feature. So 19th level, you get a feat. Very cool. And then 20th is your epic boon. So cool. Oh, your charisma increases by 2, and its maximum is now 30, which that's cool. That is nice. And you gain the epic boon, energy resistance, or another one of your choice. Alright, so now we have our meta magic options. So let's see what's changed here, if anything. So Careful Spell now prevents an affected creature from taking half damage on a successful save. Okay, cool. Distance spells. So Distance Spell increases a spell's range by a number of feet based off your sorcerer level rather than doubling the spell's range For most spells, this results in a greater increase than before. This is true. That's a lot. So, like, say even if you're, like, 10th. Oh my god, I'm gonna need a calculator. So, the sorcerer gets several spells that are, the sorcerer, sorry, wow, my brain ain't working. The sorcerer gets several spells that have a range of 120 feet. So, let's just do, because it's for every level. So say if we're a 10th level sorcerer, or let's even do 5th level. Let's do 5th level. Let's start pretty low. So 30 times 5 is 150. So 150 plus. So yeah, by 5th level, even your spells of 100 that have a range of 120 feet, it's going to be more than doubled because it'll be 150 feet. So overall, I think that's much better. So like, say if we're a 10th level sorcerer, so that's 10 times 30, so that's 300 feet. So you would have a range, a lot of your spells are gonna have a range of 420 feet by 10th level. This is way better. B-tuber Ashling, B-tuber, why am I B-tuber? Where would be a good resource to find campaign ideas? Ooh, okay. I would say YouTube, or also maybe Drive-Through RPG, fantasy books, or whatever like kind of book. They want to do something like Fantasy High. Okay. I would also maybe look into Fantasy High and like watch a couple episodes of that maybe. I think that one's on YouTube. I never know what the frickin' who's a what's it with Dimension 20. I never know because most of their stuff's like exclusively on Dropout, but I think Fantasy High is on YouTube. Okay, and then let's see what else is what else is like a good campaign ideas. Also, if there's any maybe pre-written modules that have an existing vibe that you already like, I would maybe read those. Like if you want to do something like Fantasy High, maybe like Strixhaven might be a good module to read because it's like a magic school. So, yeah. Those would be my ideas. But definitely YouTube, because even just going on YouTube will give you further ideas of other places to go that are not just from my noggin. Yeah. If I think of any more, I will say. Okay. Cool. And then extended spell now also makes it easier to maintain concentration. That's epic. Heightened spell now costs 2 instead of 3 and imposes disadvantage on all of the target's saves against the spell rather than only the first save. That's way better. Quicken spell now includes a clarification how it interacts with the game's general rule on bonus action spells. We discovered that some players read Quicken spell as an exception to the general rule was not our intent. Okay. Seeking spell has been imported from Tasha's. Cool. Subtle spell also now removes the need for material components on the effective spell unless it consumes the component. Cool. Transmuted spell has been imported from Tasha's. Great. Great spell. Twin spell has been redesigned. No! No, what do you mean, twins? Okay, alright, let's read it. Maybe it's fine. It was too powerful. Fuck you. Since it basically allowed you to cast 2 spells on the same turn, as in Quicken spell, and to cast the extra spell with the sorcery point discount. For example, a 3rd level spell slot normally costs 5 sorcery points, but in Twin spell, it only costs 3. The targeting limitation of Twin spell failed to contain how overpowered the option was and caused confusion. The new version of Twin spell keeps the sorcery point discount with Quicken spell carrying the extra spell on a turn weight. This redesign, no. What they should have done was just made it more sorcery points. Like have the 5th level spell I don't know. No, I don't like it. So, okay. Let's see. Rip. I know, right? That's a big L. Massive L. Massive rip. So when you cast a spell that forces other creatures to make a save. Okay, so it's good. It's fine. Let's kind of just skim through these really quick because we still have a lot to get through. When you cast a range of 5 feet, you can spend 1 sorcery point. Okay, yeah, so this is good. We like distance spell now. I mean, I already liked it before, now it's just better. When you roll damage for a spell, you can spend 1 sorcery point, okay, to reroll a number of damage dice. Okay, I think this is fine. Extended spell cost 1 sorcery point, and when you cast a spell that has a duration of 1 minute or longer, okay, so it's to double the duration. And it now requires, if the spell requires concentration, you have advantage on any saving throws to maintain concentration. That's great. We like it. Heightened spell. When you cast a spell that forces a creature to make a saving throw, to resist it, you can spend 2 points to give the target of the spell disadvantage. Okay, so now it's just not the first saving throw, it's all saving throws, so that's better too. So when you cast a spell that has a casting time of 1 action, you can spend 2 sorcery points, make it a bonus action for the casting. You can't modify a spell in this way if you've already cast a spell of 1st level or higher on the current turn, nor can you cast a spell of 1st level or higher in this way after modifying a spell in this way. That's, dude, they made it suck. Whatever. But yeah, so basically it's like less shenanigans, and you can probably only use a cantrip for your action instead. But it's still good. It's not like terrible. So, seeking spell. If you make an attack roll for a spell and miss, you can spend 2 sorcery points to reroll the d20, and you must use the new roll. Okay. You can use seeking spell even if you have already used a different metamagic option during the casting of the spell. Cool. Alright, subtle spell. We already kind of went over that one, so that's good. Transmuted spell was just transferred. It should be the same. Now, twin spell. No, cost 1 to 5 sorcery points. When you cast a spell of 1st to 5th level that you also cast on your previous... Wait, what? When you cast a spell of 1st to 5th level that you also cast on your previous turn by expending a spell slot, you can fuel this turn's casting by the... of the spell by expending a number of sorcery points equal to the spell's level rather than expending a spell slot. This sucks. It's basically just like you can cast the spell after with sorcery points instead of a spell slot. This is dookie. Please change it back, wizards, please. We want it back. So now we have the subclass. So here's our little flavor blurb. I'm not going to read that because time. So, formerly known as Draconic Bloodline. Okay. Cool. So, let's just read it instead of going over the design notes. So, Draconic Resilience. Your hit point max increases by 3. So this stayed the same, except initially you get more hit points because you get your subclass at 3rd level instead of 1st level. And you get your scales. And, oh, whoa, this is way better. Holy shit. Okay. So you get your AC is 10 plus Dex plus Charisma now, that's awesome. Before it was just like, I think it was just like 13 plus Dex or whatever, which is basically just like mage armor. This is so much better. Holy crap. So, yeah, that's awesome. I love that change. So 3rd level, you get Dragon Speech. So, like, say if your Charisma is a 20 and your Dexterity is, like, a 14, that's pretty standard. At least, like, you know, in, like, mid-levels. Then you're gonna have a 17 AC, which is so good. So, 3rd level, you get Dragon Speech. Your draconic gift causes your speech to be understood by all creatures of the dragon type, and you understand their communication. That's awesome, so they don't actually need to, like, speak a language for you to understand them. That's a nice change. So 6th level is Elemental Affinity. So, one of the damage type associated with dragons that you choose. Oh, so you have to choose one of the types? Okay. So you have resistance to that damage type, and you can cast spells. When you cast spells that deal damage of that type, you can add your charisma modifier to the damage roll of that type. Okay, that's not bad. It's fine. It's alright. It's good. It's good. I like that you just get the resistance, which is nice. 10th level, Draconic Exhalation. When you cast the Sorcerer's Burst, you can exhale in a 15-foot cone rather than selecting a target within range. To cast the spell in this way, you must choose the damage type associated with your elemental affinity feature. When you do so, you can make separate attacks and damage rolls against creatures in the spell's cone. That's cool. I bet you could do fun things with that and sorcery points. So I like that. It sucks that it's only 15 feet. If it was like 30 feet, that'd be so much better. Or even just 20 feet, because 15 feet is like pretty close for a sorcerer, but you know, it's not bad. It is like a cantrip and you can just do it all the time, which is nice. So 14th level, we have our Draconic Wings. So your innate magic can now manifest as spectral Draconic wings on your back while your sorcery incarnate spell is active. Whoa, wait. No, while your sorcery incarnate spell is active, you sprout those wings, gain a fly speed equal to your speed, and can hover. In addition, at the end of each of your turns, you can flap those wings to unleash magical energy, dealing damage to the creature. No, the damage equals your charisma mod, and is the damage type of your elemental affinity. This is dumb. So at 14th level before, let's see, where is it? Draconic Bloodline. You just get wings. You just get wings and a flying speed. I think that this should be the same. You're freaking 14th level at this point. Just get wings. I don't like this at all, personally. I like the I think it would be better if you got the damage from your wings while you had your sorcery incarnate spell, but only getting wings while your incarnate spell is active sucks. And you already have scales like all over your body, so why can't you just like grow wings? You know, your 14th level of fly speed at that point is not going to be game breaking at all. Like, some characters can get fly speeds at first level. Just give them a fly speed and then have the damage thing happen when you use the spell as like an extra bonus. So, not a fan of that at all. So overall, that's the sorcerer and our first subclass. I think there were a lot of good changes and some not so great ones. I do like most of the changes. I think there's quite a lot of things that need to be tweaked and just adjusted, but overall I think it's better, and I think it's way better than it was, especially because you get so many spells now. We went from 15 to 22 overall spells prepared, and there were way more changes here than the fighter and the barbarian, which made no sense to me. I think those classes need more changes, but I like that they actually gave attention to the sorcerer and they definitely listen, and you know, but it's also like, okay, there still needs to be some work done in my opinion, especially like with the Draconic Wings feature, and then also the sorcery incarnate spell maybe, and just, yeah, I don't know. It's okay. Alright. So that's our first one. Whee! So now we're moving on to the Warlock. Sorry, I was taking a drink. A little drink-a-bink. So we have Mage as our class group. So what's this? Primary ability, Intelligence, Wisdom, or Charisma. Hello? So Warlocks quest for knowledge that lies hidden in the fabric of the multiverse. They make pacts with mysterious beings of supernatural power, unlocking magical effects. Alright, so this is like our flavor text. You know, all about the patrons and that kind of stuff. Okay. Holy shit. This is so different. They changed Warlocks completely. Okay, wow, so at first level, you get your Pack Boon spell casting, and then you get invocations, but you still don't, you get your boon at first level, but you don't get your subclass till 3rd level. We're gonna have to see how that works. And it looks like they've made Warlocks half casters, which is interesting, because I don't know how I feel about that. Let's just get into it. Because now, before they could get up to 9th level spells with Mystic Arcanum, and they got 9th level spells by 5th level, but now they don't get 5th level spells until 17th level. So, So here are the main updates. So medium armor is included in armor training to better support warlocks that... Okay, so you just get melee armor now. Alright. Hey, what's up, Chrono? Welcome, welcome. How are you? So, Pact Boon has moved from 3rd to 1st level, okay, and it gives you Eldritch Blast, Hex, and a spell of your choice from a group of 3, of all of which are now exclusive to warlocks. The spell you choose is connected to your spellcasting ability choice you make then. The spells incorporate the previous functionality of the 3 Pact options, okay. Pact Magic has been replaced by spellcasting. The most requested change to warlocks has been for them to be able to use more spells more often. Okay, but I think what made warlocks so special was their Pact Magic, and I think you could have kept Pact Magic, but just given them more spells. Like, maybe given them 3 Pact Magic spell slots, or like, maybe given them like a couple, like 3 Pact Magic spell slots that you can always upcast at the highest level, but then when you get to a certain level, maybe you start giving them like regular spell slots like behind the Pact Magic. I think there was a multitude of ways they could have done this. This was not the right way. Okay. Oh. Eldritch Invocation now caps out at 9. Okay, so you get 1 more. Mystic Arcanum has become an invocation, which is now available as soon as 5th level. Previously, the Warlock waited into 11th level to get it. Yeah, but I feel like there's a catch. Contact Patron, okay, is a new feature. Hexmaster, new feature. Eldritch Master has been removed since it was based on Pact Magic. Okay. And Epic Boon, alright. Creating a Warlock. To create a Warlock, consult the following lists. Okay, so we get 1d8. That has not changed. And then it's 1d8 plus Constitution. Okay. And 1d8 or 5 plus Con. Yep, still the same. So for saves, we've got Wisdom and Charisma. Okay. So our skills are Arcana, Deception, Intimidation, Investigation, Nature, Religion. Cool. Weapons, we get simple weapons. Tools, none. So now we get light and medium armor, which is cool. So at first level, as a first level character, you start with the following, or 100 gold points to spend on equipment of your choice. So Arcane Focus, a book, 2 daggers, light armor, Scholar's Pack, leather armor, sorry. A Scholar's Pack, a sickle, and 15 gold points. Alright. So multi-classing and the Warlock. If your group uses the multi-classing rules, okay, here's what you need to know. So ability score, you need a 13 in one of the Warlock's primary abilities, Intelligence, Wisdom, or Charisma, to take a level in this class, or to take a level in another class if you already are a Warlock. Armor training, when you gain your temporary Warlock level, you gain armor training, so you get light and medium armor, which is cool. Okay, and then spell slots. So here are our class features. Alright, guys, I'm so scared. I'm so scared. Holy tamales. Okay. You have formed a pact with an otherworldly entity that has bestowed magical powers upon you. You always have Eldritch Blast and Hex, okay. And you choose one of the following boons: Pact of the Blade, Pact of the Chain, Pact of the Tome, each of which is detailed below. You determine the identity of the entity and choose its plane of existence, such as the Feywild, the Shadowfell, or an outer plane. Each boon gives you a choice for the spellcasting ability to use your spellcasting feature, and it gives you a pact spell that you always have prepared. Whoa, what did I do? Oh, I fucked it up. Oh my god, I fucked it up. My bad. Alright, let's, oops. Okay. Did not mean to do that. My bad, guys. Okay. So, let's, oh my god, I can't. I'm sorry. This is... Wow, I have so many feelings about this. Pact of the Blade. Dude! Okay, so you can only choose from 2 ability scores, like, per... so you can only choose 2 ability scores per, like, pact, and you don't get to choose all 3 per pact, which that honestly blows a lot. Hey, welcome back. No, you're good. It happens. So, we get wisdom or charisma for pact weapon, okay. And for pact familiar, we get intelligence or charisma, alright. And then pact of the tome, it's intelligence or wisdom. This is so... I'm sorry. I'm very not happy with these changes. I am disliking these a lot. So, first level spellcasting. Oh, wait. So, let's look at the pact spells, actually. Okay, let's do that. So, pact spells. Let's see what these do. For real. Alright, let's do Book of Shadows. It's right here. So, it's a casting time 1 hour. Range of self. Duration instantaneous. Stitching together strands of shadow, you conjure forth a book in your hand. The book contains eldritch magic that only you can access, granting you the following benefits. Okay. Cantrips and rituals. When the book appears, choose 2 cantrips and choose 1 first level spell that have the ritual tag. The spells can be from arcane, divine, or primal spell lists, and they must be spells you don't already have prepared. While the book is on your person, you have the chosen spells prepared. Okay, you can have the book as a spellcasting focus. The book disappears if you cast this spell again or die. Alright. When you reach 5th level as a warlock, this spell also enhances other cantrips. While the book is on your person, you can add your warlock spellcasting ability modifier to the damage rolls of any cantrip you cast that don't already have the modifier added to the damage rolls. I like this. Actually, I think it's good. It's not terrible, but I think it's good. It's pretty alright. So then let's look at... Oh my gosh. It's Pact of the Blade. Okay, create spell, not what we want. Hex, Eldritch Blast. Modify spell. Pact Familiar. Let's look at this one. So, 1 hour, range 10 feet, instantaneous. Alright. You summon an unearthly entity to serve you. It manifests in an unoccupied space of your choice within range. This creature uses the Pact Familiar stat block. If you already have a familiar from the spell, the familiar transforms it into the new one, but retains its memories. You don't get a second Pact Familiar. Alright. Whenever you cast the spell, choose the familiar's creature type: aberration, celestial, dragon, Fey, fiend, or undead. This choice affects the familiar's default appearance as noted in parentheses, and it determines certain traits in its stat blocks. You can alter the details of the creature's appearance each time you summon it. Alright. So the familiar is an ally to you and your companions, and it obeys you in combat. It shares your initiative count, but it takes its turn immediately after yours. On its turn, the familiar takes the dodge action and uses its move to avoid danger, unless you use your reaction to command its attack instead. That's interesting. So it can't take other actions, it looks like, other than the attack action. So no more like, given the help action. Wow, that's kind of gross. I kind of don't like that. Disappearance. The familiar disappears if it drops to 0, if you dismiss it as a bonus action, or if you die. When it disappears, it leaves behind anything it was wearing or carrying. If you cast the spell again, you decide whether you summon a different familiar that disappeared or... What? Summon the familiar that disappeared or a different one. I understand. Okay, remote viewing. As a magic action, you can see what the familiar sees and hears what it hears until the end of your next turn. Okay. And cantrip upgrades starting when you reach 5th level as a warlock, you can communicate telepathically with your familiar as long as you two are on the same plane. Additionally, while perceiving through its familiar senses, you can now also speak through your familiar in your own voice. Alright, that's fine. It's okay. So these are the stat blocks, it looks like. These are all fine and dandy. Nothing crazy. Yeah. It's... I don't know. It's kind of... It's not great. It's not great. Packed weapon. Okay. 24 hours is the duration. Range, self. Casting time, action. So it's only an action to cast, but the other ones take an hour, which is kind of interesting. So, tracing arcane sigils in the air, you conjure a simple or martial melee weapon of your choice in your outstretched hand, or you create a bond with a magic weapon you touch. The weapon you conjure or touch must lack the heavy property, and if the spell fails, if you touch a magic item that is attuned to someone else. For the duration, the weapon grants you the following benefits. Eldritch Warrior. When you attack with the weapon, you can use your spellcasting ability modifier for the attack and damage rolls instead of strength or dex. Proficiency. You have proficiency with the weapon, and returning weapon. If the weapon has the thrown property, the weapon returns to your hand immediately after hitting or missing a target. The spell ends early when you cast it again or die. When it ends, a conjured weapon disappears and your bond with the magic stops. When you reach 5th level, you gain extra attack feature for the conjured weapon or magic weapon only. With that feature, you can attack twice with the weapons. This is dumb. This is so good. The other two, okay. Wow, the other two suck compared to this one. But it's like, so Packed Familiar is definitely the worst out of these. Packed Weapon is so good. This is amazing. This is like stupid busted. Stupid is dumb is so good. And then it's probably Book of Shadows is like mid. It's like serviceable, you know? And then the familiar one is just dookie now. Alright. So first level you get spellcasting. You get 2 cantrips rather than choosing. You may start with chill touch and prestidigitation. Alright, so you can replace 1 cantrip with another one when you level up. When you reach 4th and 10th level, you get more cantrips. The Warlock table shows how many spell slots you have. Alright, so basically they're just half casters, and if they're half casters, they should have a 1d10 hit die instead of 1d8, if they're really going to do this and make them half casters. But I don't know that they are. I think there might be some outrage about this because it's not, you know. It's not, yeah, yikes. that's what the brain. Okay, so prepared spells of 1st plus level. You prepare the list of spells of 1st level and higher that are available for you to cast with this feature. Oh, excuse me. To start, choose 2 1st level spells from the Arcane Spell list. Rather than choosing, you may start with Charm Person and Witch Bolt. Witch Bolt sucks. The number of spells on your list increases as you gain Warlock levels, as shown in the Prepared Spells column of the Warlock table. Whenever you summon that number Whenever that number increases, choose additional spells from the Arcane list until the number of spells on your list matches the number on the table. The chosen spells of a level for which you have spell slots. For example, if you're a 5th level Warlock, your list of prepared spells can include 6 arcane spells of 1st or 2nd level in any combination. Okay, so they did change that feature altogether, which is good. So you can just like mix and match your spells, which overall good. I'm glad they fixed that. Yeah. If another Warlock feature gives you spells that you always have prepared, those spells don't count against the number of spells on your list, which is awesome. But those spells otherwise follow the rules in this feature. Okay. So changing whenever you gain a Warlock level, you can replace 1 spell on your list. I don't like that it's just 1 spell. I feel like when you level up, you should be able to just change out your spells, like in general. Kind of dookie. Not my favorite. Alright, so Packed Boon. Cool. Spell casting. Arcane Focus. You can use an Arcane Focus as spell casting for your spells. Alright. 2nd level Eldritch Invocations. In your study of occult lore, you have unearthed eldritch invocations, fragments of forbidden knowledge that imbue you with abiding magical ability or other lessons. You gain 2 eldritch invocations of your choice from the eldritch invocations options section later in this class description. Okay, so you can't pick it twice unless it says you can. And if it has a prerequisite, you have to meet that in order to learn it, which, you know, makes sense. For example, if an invocation requires to be a 5th level warlock spell, you can select invocation when you reach 5th level in the class. All right. When you gain certain warlock levels, you gain more invocations of your choice. Okay. So additionally, whenever you gain a warlock level, you can choose one of the invocations you know and replace it with another one. Cool. Warlock subclass. All right. So you gain... Jeez. My little tiny hiccups. My little tiny hiccups. So we have the Fiend subclass. That's the subclass they gave us. Cool. 4th level's feat. 5th level, you get another invocation. 6th level, subclass feature. 7th level, an invocation. 8th level feat. 9th level invocation. 10th level subclass feature. 11th level's contact patron. So in the past, you have usually contacted your patron through intermediaries. Now you can communicate directly. You always have the contact other plane spell prepared. With this feature, you can cast a spell without expending a spell slot to contact your patron, and you automatically succeed on the spell saving throw. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, I like that. Once you do so, once you cast a spell with this feature, you can't do so until you finish the long rest. Makes sense. So you also get 11th level another Eldritch Invocation. 12th level you get a feat. 13th level Eldritch Invocation. 14th level subclass feature. 15th level Eldritch Invocation. 16th level feat. 18th level Hex Master. You've mastered the dread application of hexes, allowing you to cast the hex. What the fuck? That's your capstone feature? You can cast hex without a spell slot? This is the worst feature ever. You can literally just take a race that lets you cast hex without a spell slot. Or a feat. Or anything. This is so... I don't like this at all. This has made me very angry. I'm angry. Ash is very upset with the warlock, alright? As a warlock stan, I'm a little upsetty spaghetti at the moment. That is for freaking sure. Okay. 19th level's a feat, and 20th level's an epic boon. Oh my god, I'm sorry. I'm so not happy. Alright, so here are invocations. Here's a summary of the main changes to the invocation options. Okay. So, Bewitching Whispers, replaced with Mystic Arcanum. Beguiling Influence, replaced with Lessons of the First Ones, which can be used to take the skilled feat or another eligible feat. Okay, that's interesting. When Ash is angry. I know, it takes a lot to make me angry. I'm kind of freaking angry. This is bad. This is just, with the exception of the packed weapon, this is just bad, like, overall. Like, what the heck? I'm totally cool with change, as long as it's good change. This is stinky bobinky. So... Okay, Book of Ancient Secrets has been absorbed by the new spells. Okay, Chains of Carcery has been replaced by Mystic Arcanum. Dreadful Word has been replaced by Mystic Arcanum. Okay, a lot of these are just replaced with Mystic Arcanum. Okay, Life Drinker requires 9th level instead of 12th and deals 1d6 extra damage, and it heals you. That's kind of actually nice. Alright, let's just look at this. Let's look at Mystic Arcanum first, because that's changed so much. So, let's see. Mystic Arcanum. Alright. Prerequisite, 5th level, Warlock or higher. Your explorations of the arcane have unlocked magic within you. Choose one spell from the arcane spell list that has a level for which you qualify as shown on the Mystic Arcana table. Look for your Warlock level on the table to see the maximum level of spell that spell can have. You can cast the chosen spell slot once without expending a spell slot and can't do so once you finish a long rest. Okay, you can take this invocation more than once. Each time you do so, the spell has to be from a different level from any other spell you've chosen with this invocation. So it looks like you can still get higher level spells with this Mystic Arcanum feature. But before, Mystic Arcanum was just given to you, and now it's not. So now you have to take it as one of your invocations. And it's only one spell, and you can only cast that spell once a day. So your 5th level spells, you can only cast them once a day. One time. For your 5th level spells. When the Warlock got their 5th level spells and they had 2 5th level spell slots and everyone else had 1 5th level spell slot, those are the levels actually that the Warlock usually tends to really shine. Ah! Okay. Alright. Because then the Warlock will have 3... They'd have 3 5th level spell slots. No one else would have any. Okay, alright. Oh my god, I'm malding. I'm sorry. Malding. So you can... So you can... Yeah, and you... Even if you take it more than once, you can't have... more than one of like the spells level. So if you have 2 Mystic Arcanums, you can't have 2 3rd level spells. So if I wanted like Galder's Tower and I wanted Counterspell, I can't have both of those. I can only have one no matter how many Mystic Arcanums I have in the first place. What the shit, man? Who the hell? This is so bad on so many levels. Okay, I like it. It works when you get to higher level spells, okay? When you get to your 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th level spells, that makes sense. Most other classes only have 1 spell slot of that level anyway, so it's more balanced, to be honest. But when you're dealing with 3rd, 4th, and 5th level spells, and you can only have 1 spell of that level, that makes absolutely no sense to me. None. Zero. Zero. Holy tamales. I actually don't think we're gonna... Okay. Alright. I know they changed a bunch of other things with the, invocations, but... This is just... Let's just move on. I don't like... Most of these changes, I don't like at all. Okay, I like the fact that you can choose... like, what... ability modifier you are when you are a Warlock, because that makes sense based on your patron, but then I don't like that they limited it again, so it's only 2 abilities per boon choice. So like if you want to play an intelligence-based Pact of the Blade, you can't do that. Which I feel like defeats the whole purpose of them doing that in the first place. Holy crap! Please make sure you guys are filling out the surveys. Oh my god, when the survey drops, this is... Alright, let's just do the subclass. So your pack draws on the power of the lower planes, alright? So they give you all the flavor text here. So, oh, so much hate. I'm sorry, I know, I'm usually a very like, alright, you know, maybe this could work, maybe it's okay. Stinky! It's so stinky! It's so bad! Holy crap! This is not very PogChamp. I know, oh my god, ah! What the heck, dude? They made them a half caster, but they didn't even give them a 1d10 hit dice. What are you doing? Pognit. I hate it here. Alright. So replaces expanded spell list. Rather than merely expanding your spell list, Patron gives you certain spells that you always have prepared. Okay, so basically you get a spell list like other classes now. Dark One's Blessing is now also triggered by an enemy dropping to 0 hit points within 5 feet of you. Cool. Dark One's Unlock now can be used a number of times equal to your spellcasting ability modifier rather than only once per rest. Cool. Epic. Fiendish Resilience is no longer bypassed by magic or silvered weapons, which monsters almost never possessed. Alright. Epic. Hurl Through Hell can now only be used again if you expend a spell slot of at least 4th level. The feature also now includes a saving throw for the target. No! Dude, it was so good because they didn't have a saving throw. It could still be okay depending on, like, the kind of save it. Like, if it's a constitution or, like, a strength or dex save, then it sucks. But if it's a mental stat save, it might be okay. Alright. So, spells. So, you can cast one of your prep spells without expending a feature. Okay, so you can cast one of these without a spell slot, which is fine. So, Burning Hands Command, Scorching Ray Suggestion, Fear Stinking Cloud, Blight, Wall of Fire, Flame Strike, Insect Blade. So, these are good, except that you don't get them with time! Anyway. Oh, gosh. It's fine, except it's, you know, the half caster level, so you don't get like Flame Strike or Insect Blade until 17th level. Thank you for the hydrate. I will hydrate. When you reduce an enemy to 0 hit points, an enemy drops to 0 hit points within 5 feet of you, you gain 10 hit points equal to your spell mod plus your warlock level. This is better. It's good. It's a fine feature. Dark One's Own Luck. You can call your fiendish patron to alter the fate in your favor. When you make an ability check or saving throw, you can use this feature to add a d10 to your roll. You can do so after seeing the initial roll, but before the roll's effects occur. You can use this feature a number of times equal to your spellcasting mod and regain all uses when you finish a long rest. Alright, that's fine. It's alright. It's fine feature. Fiendish Resilience. I can't even talk right now. Channeling the preternatural. Is that how you say that word? I don't know what that word is. Preternatural. What? Resilience of Fiends. You can now choose one damage type other than force. Whenever you finish a short or long rest, you gain resistance to that damage type until you choose a different one with this feature. That's fine. Fine feature. Not bad. Hurl Through Hell. When you hit a creature with an ability wow. I can't. When you hit a creature with an attack roll, you can choose this feature to instantly transport the target to the lower planes. The creature disappears and hurls through a nightmare landscape, and at the end of the turn, the target returns to the space previously occupied or the nearest unoccupied space. If the target is not a fiend, it makes a wisdom save throw against your spell save DC upon its return. On a failed save, the target takes 10d10 psychic damage. On a successful one, it takes half as much damage. Once you use this feature, you can't use it until you finish a long rest, unless you expend a spell slot of at least 4th level. Okay. I thought they were gonna be like, it's a save or nothing, but at least if it's a save, they still take half as much damage, and it's a wisdom save, which isn't terrible. So it would have probably been better if it was intelligence or charisma. Wow, charisma. Intelligence or charisma, but wisdom is still okay. It's okay. Alright. It probably needed a save, so. Overall, subclass, okay. The actual fucking warlock itself, obliterated, destroyed. It's awful. Please fix it. Please. Please, I'm begging you. It sucks so bad. It's so terrible. Pact of the Blade is so disgustingly overpowered, and Pact of the Chain and Pact of the Tome are awful now. What the heck? What the heck? The whole thing is awful. It's a half-caster. What are you doing? What are you doing? You, fucked up the one thing that was, really special about warlocks. And the fact that the capstone feature is just you can cast a hex without a spell slot is the dumbest shit I've ever seen in my whole life. Oh my god! Yeah, for real. This is one of the reasons they do UA though, because like, you know, if they do oopsies like this in official books and then it comes out and people are like, whoa! They're not gonna buy the book, you know what I mean? So, it is. UA is very good. We love UA here, but also, oh my goodness. Okay. Wizard. Alright, let's do the wizard now. Whew. Sorry, I needed water. Okay. So it's a mage, intelligence, flavor text. Cool. So it looks like spellcasting, mostly the same. Okay, wizard spellbook. So subclass is now at 3rd level instead of 2nd. But you also have some new features, and you have new so like the sorcerer got spells as their features. It looks like the wizard is doing the same. So, let's see. Okay, armor training. Oh, sorry, spellbook. Okay, so you can use your spellbook as a spellcasting focus, which is great. New 1st level feature, which consolidates spellbook rules in one place. In addition, this feature gives you a wizard-only spell, scribe spell, alright? Academic, new 2nd level feature. Arcane recovery has moved from 1st to 2nd level. Memorize spell is a new 5th level feature. Modify spell is a new 7th level. Create spells a new 9th. Spell mastery has moved from 18th to 15th. And signature spells has moved from 20th to 18th. Okay, so overall, this actually looks really good. So, armor training, none. Starting equipment, you either get 55 GP or arcane focus, quarterstaff, dagger, a robe, and a scholar's pack, and 5 GP. So, multi-classing, it looks like it is the same. Creating a wizard. To create a wizard, consult the following lists, which provide hit points and armor training. If you're making a 1st level character, also consult the starting equipment section. If you're using the multi-classing rules, see the multi-classing in the wizard sidebar. Then look at the wizard table to see the class features you get. Okay, cool. So it's still 1d6, 6 plus con, and then when you level up, it's 4 plus con, or 1d6. So proficiencies, intelligence and wisdom. Skills, arcana, history, insight, investigation, medicine. Cool. Weapons. Wizards also get simple weapons now. So wizard class features. As a wizard, you gain the following class features. Cool. So 1st level, we get our spell casting, which is awesome. And cantrips. So, 3 cantrips of your choice. They give us a suggestion here. And whenever you gain a wizard level, you can replace one of them, which is cool. When you reach 4th and 10th level in this class, you learn another arcane cantrip of your choice, as shown in the cantrips column of the wizard table. Great. Spell slots. The wizard table shows how many spell slots you have. Alright. All the same. So, prepared spells. You prepare the list of spells of 1st level or higher that are available for you to cast with this feature. To do so, choose 4 spells from your spellbook, and the chosen spells must be of a level of which you have spell slots. The number of spells on your list increases as you gain wizard levels, as shown in the prepared spells column of the wizard table. Whenever that number increases, choose additional spells from the arcane spell list. Under the number of spells on your list matches the number on the table. The chosen spells must be for a level. Okay, cool. So if you're 3rd level wizard, you can include 6 in any. Alright, that's awesome. Cool beans and bananas. Changing your prepared spells. Whenever you finish a long rest, you can change your list of prepared spells, replacing one or more of the spells there. Preparing a new list requires time spent studying your spellbook and memorizing incantations. So it's to cast at least 1 minute per spell for each spell you add to the list. So I like, it makes sense. I was like, it makes sense. Very good. Intelligence is your ability. Spellcasting focus, you can use your arcane focus for your spellbook or just an arcane focus. Cool. Oh my god, so much words. Your wizardly apprenticeship culminated in the creation of a unique book. Your spellbook is a tiny object that weighs 3 pounds and contains 100 pages, each of which can hold a spell. Okay, so you can only know 100 spells. Cringe. No, I'm sure that really doesn't matter. Only 100 spells. Okay, repertoire, blah, 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 magic, blah, blah. Okay, so you get the scribe spell. Alright, so let's look at the scribe spell. It's probably around here. Active weapon. Let's see. Sorcerer. Huh. Where is it? Oh, scribe spell. Okay. First level transmutation. It's a ritual. Alright. So, a quill, a book, and 50 GP of fine inks per level of the scribed spell. The spell consumes the inks. Okay. Channeling magic through quill and ink, you scribe an arcane spell in your spellbook or a blank book worth at least 50 gold points. The scribed spell must be of a level for which you have spell slots, and the book must lack the spell already. Okay. As you magically scribe the spell, you must copy it from another spellbook or a spell scroll, or you must have it prepared. If you copy it from a spell scroll, the scroll is destroyed. If you have the spell prepared, the casting time and component costs are halved. When the scribing is complete, the spell becomes one of your known spells in the book, appearing on its own page. If the book was out of pages, the spell appears in a cipher that is understandable only to you or someone casting Identify or Scribe spell. Okay, and if the book was blank before the scribing, that book is now your spellbook. Oh, I gotta go, guys. We'll hopefully finish this. I might just record separately going over this and finishing it later. But yes, I also have to go. Thank you guys so much for coming. Wait. Hold on. Oh, nope. I think we're okay, actually. Never mind. Sorry. We're good. I take it back. I take it back. Anyway. But have a good day, Ruby. Thank you for coming. Have fun in class. Okay. Alright, so... known spells. Your spellbook contains the spells known of first and higher. Okay. Alright, so it looks like the amount of spells you can prepare is the same, but now you have the scribe spell. Cool. So you are still a ritual caster, which is great. Creating another spellbook. So you can have more than one. You can create another one, perhaps as a backup or replacement, by creating a scribe spell or a blank book. Okay. Doing so as a spell adds a spell as normal and makes the book your spellbook. Cool. Your spellbook is a unique compilation of spells with its own decorative flourishes and margin notes. It might be plain, functional leather volume that you received as a gift from your master, a finely bound... Okay, so it's basically just making it look however you want to. So second level, this is a new feature. So your time as a scholar has equipped you to recall a broad range of lore. When you take the study action, you have advantage on any intelligence check you make as part of the action. Cool. That's fine. It's not crazy or anything. So you have arcane recovery now. You have learned to regain some of your magical energy. Okay, so it's still a short rest. This looks like, I believe it's the same as it was. So that's fine. Third level, you get your subclass now. So you gain... Okay, so our subclass we have is the Evoker subclass. So fourth level is a feat, and fifth level is Memorize Spell. So let's check that out. Modify Spell. Memorize Spell. So it's 1 minute. Is it Memorize Spell or... Yeah, you get Memorize Spell. You choose one spell from your spellbook that you don't have prepared and choose another spell that you do have prepared. The unprepared spell replaces the prepared spell on your list. Okay, this replacement lasts until you cast Memorize Spell again or finish the long rest. Okay. So is it just like you can replace spells without doing a long rest? Alright. That's... Oh, it's a ritual. I thought it... Okay, so that's nice. So you can replace like a spell. So it gives wizards even more versatility, which I like that a lot. Okay. So, Memorize Spell, you get a subclass featured 6th level. Now, 7th level, we get Modify Spell. So, this is a 4th level spell. It's a ritual spell. Casting time of 1 minute, components, verbal, somatic material. Using arcane formulas in your spellbook, you magically alter one arcane spell you have prepared. You can change the spell's color, sound, and smell, and you make one of the following modifications to the spell. Oh, this is really cool, actually. Components. Remove one of the spell's components, verbal, somatic, or material. You can't remove the material component of a spell that consumes that component. That makes sense. Concentration. If the spell requires concentration, damage can't break your concentration of the spell. Makes sense. If the spell has a damage type, replace it with one of the following. Oh, that's very cool. If the spell has a range of at least 5 feet and doesn't have a range of self, increase its range by a number of feet equal to 30 times your wizard level. Very cool. If the spell lacks a ritual tag and has a casting time of 10 minutes, give it the ritual tag. Great. If the spell affects one or more creatures and doesn't have a range of self, it now affects only your allies and enemies. What? Only your allies or enemies. Oh, I see. It's not and, it's or. Okay, that makes sense. The chosen alteration lasts until you cast Modify Spell again, or you finish a long rest. This altered version of the spell can be added to a spellbook or spell scroll without can't be added to a spellbook or spell scroll without first casting Create Spell. Okay. And when you cast a spell using a spell slot of 5th level or higher, you can choose an additional spell modification for each slot above 4th. This is really cool. I love this. This is awesome. Okay. So 8th level's feat, and then 9th level we get Create Spell. So let's see. Create Spell. So it's a 5th level transmutation spell. So casting time is a reaction in response to your self-casting Modify Spell. Okay. So, verbal, somatic, material. An arcane focus with the, so the spell consumes an arcane focus, which is interesting. It has to be worth at least 1,000 gold points per level of the spell altered by Modify Spell? That's so much. Holy tamales. Okay. Synthesizing your arcane knowledge and power, you strive to create a new spell. To succeed, you must concentrate for 1 hour and meditate on your spell you just altered with Modify Spell, otherwise the spell fails. If you succeed, you must start casting Scribe Spell within 10 minutes and add the altered spell to your spellbook. Once the spell is in your spellbook, it becomes one of your known spells. It gains the Wizard Source tag rather than the Arcane Source tag, and it gains a name of your choice. Okay, that's awesome. I like this. This is super cool. I wish it was a little bit less. I feel like either 100 GP or 500 GP per level is much more reasonable, but I also understand why it's 1,000. I don't know, maybe something even weird like 700. I feel like it's like a lot. Anyway, good. Very good change. Or I should say addition, it's not even really a change. Okay. Holy tamales. 10th level subclass feature, 12th level feat, 14th level subclass feature, 15th level spell mastery. So you've achieved mastery over certain spells that you've cast them at will. Choose a 1st and 2nd level spell that are in your spellbook. You can cast those spells at their own lowest level without expending a spell slot when you have them prepped. If you want to cast either spell at a higher level, you must expend a spell slot as normal. Okay. By spending 8 hours in a study, you can exchange one or both of the spells you choose a different spell. Okay, this is great. I think it's the same actually. You gain the ability... Okay, 16th level is just feat. I knew that. 18th level, you gain mastery over 2 powerful spells, and you can cast them with little effort, choosing... Okay, so this is the same. They just moved it from 20th level to 18th level, which is very nice. Very good feature. Love to see it. 19th level is a feat. 20th level is an epic boon. Okay. Holy hot tamales. Okay. Wizard subclass. We are almost done. We have... the Evoker. You focus your study on magic that creates powerful elemental effects. Alright. So, they changed it. It was formerly School of Evocation. Now they're going to do things like Evoker, Illusionist, whatever. So, adds 2 evocation spells. Okay. Alright. Let's just see. Evocation Savant. Choose 2 evocation spells from the arcane spell list, each of which must be no higher than 2nd level. You add those spells to your spellbook without needing to cast Scribe Spell. That's cool. In addition, whenever you cast Scribe Spell, to add a spell to your spellbook, the gold cost and casting time you must spend to add an evocation spell to your spellbook is halved. Very cool. 3rd level, Sculpt Spells. You create pockets of relative safety within the effects of your evocations. When you cast an evocation spell that affects other creatures that you can see, you can choose a number of them equal to 1 plus the spell's level to the chosen creatures automatically succeed their saves against the spell and take no damage if they would normally take half on a successful save. Very, very, very cool. 6 levels potent cantrip. The damaging cantrips affect even creatures that avoid the brunt of the effect. When you cast a cantrip at a creature and you miss with the attack roll, or the target succeeds on the save, the target takes half the damage, if any, but suffers no additional effects from the cantrip. Okay, I mean, that's fine. Alright, nothing crazy. Powered evocation. When you cast an evocation spell from the arcane spells, you can add your intelligence to 1 damage roll from the spell. Very cool. Very cool. Okay. Whew. Over channel. You can increase the power of your spells when you cast an arcane or a wizard spell of 1st through 5th level that deals damage. You can deal maximum damage with that spell. The first time you do so, you suffer no adverse effect. If you use this feature again before you finish a long rest, you take 2d12 necrotic damage for each level of the spell. Immediately after you cast it, each time you use this feature again before finishing a long rest, the necrotic damage per spell increases by 1d12. This damage ignores resistance and immunity. Very cool. Alright. Whew. Alright, we finished all of our classes. Let me give my overall thought on the wizard. I love the wizard. The changes they made were great. I feel like they only buffed the wizard more, which it didn't really need, but I love the fact that you can actually create spells now, which I think is something that the wizard has been always wanting to do, but kind of lacking in 5th edition, and I really love that. Makes the wizard feel just like very good, very epic. Hi. Rules glossary. Do you guys really want to go over the rules glossary? Do we really want to do that? Oh my goodness. I think it's okay. I think since we went over all the UA except for the rules glossary on stream, y'all can go read the 6 everything? Oh man. Oh man. It's only 6 pages. I can do it. It's okay. All right. Okay. So change log. Okay. All right. New and revised entries. Death saves replace the dying condition. Okay. Influence action clarifies the DM drives both the use and the DCs of this action. True sight clarifies appearance of visual illusions to the creature with true sight. Okay. Removed entries. Artisan's tools. Dying. Exhausted. Gaming set. Musical instrument. So I guess it changed how all of those work and they're leaving them as is. That's what it seems like. Oh my god. My throat is dying. This is fine. We'll finish it. We got this. All or nothing. All or nothing. Okay, so armor training is the new name for armor proficiency. Okay, any existing rule that involves armor proficiency now applies to armor training. Okay, so it's armor training instead of proficiency. If you lack training with that type of armor, you have disadvantage on any d20 test you make that involves strength or dex, and you can't cast spells. Okay, they made that penalty way harsher than it was before. I think they did. If you equip a shield and lack the armor training with it, you don't gain the armor class bonus of the shield. Okay. Attack action. When you take the attack action, you can make 1 attack with a weapon or an unarmed strike. Okay. Cool. Equipping and unequipping weapons. Now I can truly know the game. Well, these are just the rules that they've changed in the UA. I would still recommend reading the actual player's handbook, personally. Okay, sorry. So, well, now I need to know, don't I? Oh my gosh. We're not gonna read the whole player's handbook on stream. You can either equip or unequip 1 weapon when you make an attack. That's like 200 plus pages. You can do so either before or after the attack. Okay, cool. It's just equipping things. Cool. Moving between attacks. If you move on your turn, you can use some or all of that movement between the attacks of this action. Okay, cool. They just clean that up a little bit. Blind sight. If you have blind sight, you can see within a specific range without relying on physical sight. Within the range, you can effectively see everything that isn't behind total cover, even if you don't even if you have the blinded condition or are in darkness. Moreover, in that range, you can effectively see a creature that has the invisible condition. Cool. Whew. Climb speed. Okay, it's basically you can climb. All right, cool. So, okay, some creatures have spider climb trait, which allows climb speed to work even on the underside of horizontal surfaces. Okay. Creature type, so they just go over all the creature types that are in the game here. Very cool. So they don't have type rules themselves, but some rules of the game affect different creature types. Okay. So D20 tests basically encompasses 3 main rules of the game: ability checks, attack rolls, and saves. Cool. So the dazed is a condition. When you're dazed, you experience the following effect: limited activity. You can move or take one action on your turn, but not both. You also can't take a bonus action or reaction. Okay, I think that's fine. I think they basically just put that in as basically like the slow spell. So, okay, death saving throws. On your third successful death save, you regain 1 hit point but are unconscious, and start a short rest. You remain unconscious until you regain more HP, or until another creature uses an action to administer first aid to you, which requires a successful DC 10 Wisdom Medicine check. This playtest rule removes the notion of being stable at 0 hit points, and it removes the stabilizing creature rule on... Okay, cool. Very good. We like this. Whew. Difficult terrain. Basically hard to move through. It looks like it's pretty much the same. They just cleaned up some wording. Yeah, and added more details about like different weather conditions. Expertise is a special feature that enhances your use of a particular... Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot. So it's like you get good proficiency. Cool. Fly speed. Cool. Grappled condition. Speed 0, okay? Attacks effective. So they changed this. You have disadvantage on attack rolls against any target other than the grappler. Okay, that makes sense. The grappler can drag or carry you when it moves, but every foot of movement costs 1 extra foot of movement unless you are tiny or 2 or more sizes smaller than the grappler. Okay. While grappled, you can use your action to make a strength or athletics check to try and break out. So that's the same. They cleaned up a little bit of wording and made it a little bit better. Okay, help action. Okay, so help action. Let's just kind of look and see all the things. There's a lot of things here. I recommend, if you want to do the survey, read this on your own. I read all the other pages to you. This is literally 6 pages. I would think you can manage 6 pages. Because yes, it's okay. It is a lot, but a lot of these are just cleaned up wording. So like if there's anything you're particularly interested, I would suggest looking at that, and seeing how they've changed those things. Ooh, they've got telepathy and teleportation. Okay, those are interesting. I might look at those. So yeah, but you know the biggest things were the classes. So. Yeah. I want to thank you guys for going over this whole UA with me for the most part. We're on the last page now, so we went over the whole thing. I'm going to put all the videos together, hopefully, and release a mega VOD on my YouTube channel of the entire UA. That will be the goal. But yeah, for now, I will hopefully be streaming tomorrow, if not hopefully Thursday. So that is the plan for now. I hope you guys have an amazing and wonderful day. Thank you for coming to this ridiculousness. I appreciate you so very much. Yeah, and I will see you. Oh, don't forget to check out my new YouTube video. There's that too. Anyway, shilling, whatever. Have an amazing and wonderful day, and I hope it's filled with smiles.